Hello to everyone. Hello, welcome again to Attack the Talk. My name is AJ, and of course joining me is...
Hey guys, I'm Lexi.
What's up, Lex? I want to ask you, how are you doing? Did you have an eventful week? Anything fun happen?
My gosh, I had a very eventful weekend.
Okay.
I had...
you want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. Where do I begin?
Yeah.
So much happened. So I'm in season for beach volleyball.
Okay.
My head coach, who's also my boss, got fired right before our first game.
So your head coach and boss, head coach / boss.
Yeah, she
got
is
fired?
both.
Oh.
She was
Okay.
both.
Yeah.
Got fired.
Interesting.
Before our first game. Then we had our first game on Friday.
Okay.
And we swept.
Good.
We swept them.
Hell yeah. All right.
We swept them. Yeah. All of our teams swept them. Like even like the 6th team and the 7th team that doesn't count towards ranking, they even beat them and everything too.
Wow.
And then
Wait, so you said 6 and 7, so 7 teams.
So 7 teams.
7 teams,
beat
and
their 7
you guys,
teams.
all 7 teams beat.
Yeah.
All 7 teams
Yes.
of the opponent.
Beat all
wow,
of their
that
7
is,
teams.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Well, congratulations
including me.
Yeah, congratulations.
But and then I went to the club later that night and I saw a drag queen rendition of Selena. And that was really nice.
Okay.
That was really cool.
Nice.
And then
So celebrating the sweep by
Yes.
going to the
by
club.
going to the club.
And checking out a drag queen who was obviously paying
homage to
Selena.
Selena. Yeah, it was really good. Really, really good.
What song?
She did like a whole like ballad. Like it was like a whole like
It was like a whole little mix of
yeah,
Selena
like
songs.
where like songs mix with each other. Like it
Okay.
started with like
Solid blend.
it started off with Como la Flor, and then it went into like Bitty Bitty
Bitty
Bum
Bitty
Bum,
Bum. Yeah.
and there was a third one that I don't remember. Yeah, that was a
That's
lot
cool.
of fun. And then yesterday, I was an audience member in The Masked Singer, and I'm not allowed to really talk about what happened, but I was there.
Oh, okay, that's right. Oh, you can't. Okay, so you can't talk about what happened because
I'm not really
some
allowed.
stuff
I'm
happened.
not allowed to talk about like what celebrities I saw. I mean, obviously, like Nick Cannon's the host.
Yeah. Who are the hosts still? Like, or who are the judges?
The
still?
judges are
I don't even
still
know who.
Robin Thicke,
Okay.
Jenny McCarthy,
Still the OGs.
Kim Jong, and
You said Kim?
yeah, Ken.
Yeah.
Kim
Jong.
Kim Jong Un, yeah. Ken Jong.
Ken Jong.
Ken
yeah.
Jong and Nicole Schwarzenegger, something like that.
Oh, from Pussycat Dolls.
yeah, the Pussycat Dolls.
Scherzinger, right?
Sure, yeah,
Scherzinger.
Scherzinger.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Her.
Okay.
And then Nick Cannon's the host.
Very cool. Yeah,
And,
they're
yeah.
the OGs.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like 3 feet away from Nick Cannon.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a fundraiser for my beach volleyball team, but we could bring guests. So a couple of my teammates brought their boyfriend. I brought my boyfriend. So I was in the recording of season 9, episode 4. So
yeah, tune in for that, guys.
If you happen to watch The Masked
If you
Singer,
guys are a fan of The Masked Singer,
and you're
tune in.
watching season 9, episode 4,
Keep an eye out.
I'm in the back right, probably like the second person closest to the stage with a 6'6" dude who is my boyfriend. So
there's an enunciation there.
Scherzinger.
Scherzinger. Yeah.
Got it.
Scherzinger.
Nicole
There you
Scherzinger.
go.
Yeah, I saw all of them. They were very close to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, Hollywood is crazy.
Yeah.
I
jungle out there.
realized a lot that day that I never want to be famous ever.
Okay. Very cool.
It's a lot of hard work and it's
Really?
a lot of
Huge eye opener.
it's a lot of fake, just like false.
Oh.
It's a lot of acting, a lot of fake stuff, and a lot
Did you
of.
not think that Hollywood was going to be a lot of acting?
I mean, I knew that it was, but I didn't know that everything was fake.
Okay, yeah. It's just in
But-
terms of like the entirety, you didn't think that everything was going to be fake. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be disappointing.
But it was still, it was a really cool experience. Cool, something I could say that I did, but probably wouldn't do it again because
That's
it
why
was.
they say,
It was
too-
a lot of downtime and really tiring, and
Yeah.
I was starving the whole time.
Oh, well.
But thankfully, they give you some snacks and they give you some water.
They give you rations. They give you
Yeah, no,
freaking
really. They're
little,
like, here's some granola bars and some. I ate so many Rice Krispie treats that day. Oh my gosh, I kept.
Did you eat 'em
I
like-
wore these cargos, so I just like stuffed
Yeah.
my cargo pants.
Did you eat them like Armin and Meeks?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I definitely did because obviously they take away your phone because you're not allowed to take photos or anything. So I didn't know what time it was, so I just had to guess because I'm supposed to be taking like medication at like certain times. So I'm like, dang, I didn't take my medicine yet. It's probably near the time. And I realized after I took it that I'm like, dang it, I haven't eaten anything. So I'm just like,
yeah.
to the Rice Krispie treats.
Hell
They were chocolate drizzle. It's pretty good.
Nice.
But yeah, that was my eventful weekend and
Very
week.
cool. Well, I mean, that sounds
so eventful.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of talking to people, of being around like crowds. I'm so tired of being around crowds.
Well,
but
sounds like it was an interesting week.
I'll spend this week to recharge.
Yeah, definitely spend the week to recharge. Which probably is not going to happen for you, but
no.
You can just say that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And just get into that Zen mindset, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about some crazy AOT.
Yes, and then we're going to get more stressed out.
I also am surprising Lexi today by having her take an open pop quiz here live with us. And so just to give you an idea, because I know I'm surprising you with this today.
Yeah. You
Lexi,
didn't even answer. You have to follow up my story with what went on this week for you. How was your weekend?
Well, I'm not going to go and follow it up because I can't follow it up with all the craziness.
And coach and boss getting fired and sweeping a team.
Following it up, I was able to go ahead and see Zach.
Okay.
I saw Zach yesterday. Yeah, it was cool. I saw Zach, and I also saw our good friend Momo, who also was a guest on our show twice on our little podcast we got here early on in season 1. So it was really cool going and seeing both of them. We had an awesome dinner. We chatted and we just spent like many hours together and just kind of all catching up and goofing off and So actually too, also just a little tribute to Zach. I'm wearing a Zach shirt.
Hey, the
I'm wearing
Sanji
a
shirt.
Zach Sanji shirt and. Being around both Momo and Zach, they both are like, for anybody who is a fan of One Piece, they're very much like Zoro and Sanji. They both constantly are butting heads and insulting each other. And my friend Momo, who I refer to as Zoro, gets lost all the time. So again, for anybody who's fans of One Piece, you guys are going to understand that reference or those references for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, back to the pop quiz.
Oh my
God.
I'm
pretty much
just trying to stall.
Pretty much all you need to know is this pop quiz is going to be about season 2 of AOT, just to see how well you recall it.
I'm okay.
It's going to be.
My memory may not
I can
be
tell
the
you.
best,
I can tell you this.
but
It's nothing's going to be too difficult for you.
Okay.
All right. It's going to be a multiple choice. All right. So.
Okay,
you're gonna
I
be able
like
to go
that.
ahead and do
I like that it's
and it's going to be a
multiple
series of I believe 20 questions.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you make these questions?
No, I didn't.
Or did you find?
I went over and I saw a cool little season 2 quiz because I was like, you know what, it should be fun. We finished season 2. Why not go ahead and put the link in the chat? Okay. So what I'm going to do?
Actually, you can go ahead and can we make this open discussion?
Yeah. Well, can we do that? Would you be able to do that, Lex?
Possibly. Yeah. If you can text it to me and I can probably put it in on my phone.
All right. Let's do that.
In the chat.
I'm going to send you this. Should get it. And that is a great idea, Kyron. I like that. Friends of the show here.
But I would love your guys' help because we know how my memory.
I'm telling you this right now, Lexi. It's like you should be able to get. You're gonna get an A. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get an A. You might miss 2.
How many questions are there?
I believe there's 20.
Okay.
Because the last question is like, how much do you enjoy Attack on Titan or something like that? And it's just like, da-da-da-da.
Oh, the link got deleted. I think you have to allow it.
Okay, how would I allow it here over on chat because they didn't give me.
Let me see.
I mean, all I could do is simply. So it's simple, Kyron. All I did was just
it's not letting
search.
me put it in there.
I'll tell you what I searched and I'll tell you what it's on. And it's like
you
it's
guys
like
can
the first
take it
one.
with
It's
me
literally the first
live.
One. So, just in Google, I searched Attack on Titan season 2 trivia, and then it's going to be the first one, which is a Sporical site. It says Attack on Titan season 2 quiz by Pokemaster LJ. So there you go.
Thank you, Pokemaster LJ.
Yeah. So credit to Pokemaster LJ for creating this quiz that Lexi's going to take, and also our friends here joining us are going to take as well.
Right now to get it started up.
Yeah, while I massage my brain. Yeah, and something we can definitely go ahead and take together. LOL, link for quiz. Yeah. Link for quiz. You try to give a description so that maybe it would allow it.
Maybe that'll make it. No.
Yeah.
They didn't.
And I believe this is also timed as well. It's a 10-minute timed quiz, but I don't think we're going to need all 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because, again, there's multiple choice. And once I read some of the choices, some of them are like comedic choices.
Like, oh, it's
and you can definitely rule those out. But the other ones, you'll be able to go ahead and, decipher for sure. So, Lexi, you're going to do good. Okay. I'm telling you. You might miss maybe one.
Yeah.
Okay. But
we know how my memory is. So, all right. You guys can go ahead and answer in chat as he asks.
Yeah. So again, guys, if you guys want to take this quiz as well, that'll be on Sporical. All you have to do is search in Google Attack on Titan Season 2 Trivia, and the Sporical site will be the first one. Golly, the first question is hard.
Oh, great.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and take that very shortly, but I do want to get into the episode introduction here. And again, guys, welcome for everybody that's joining us. Today's episode, we will be continuing on with Season 3, Episode 1. This will be a part 2 of our episode description, and the episode's name is Smoke Signal. And, we're going to get into some really cool stuff. We're going to keep digging into some crazy little collusion and corruption and stuff. And we hinted at stuff getting crazy last week. We hinted at, we're going to go ahead and see the stuff that's kind of working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And we're going to get an introduction to all that. So that's going to be a fun episode to get into. So I'm going to ask you, Lex, do you want to go ahead and get the quiz over with? Let's take it now. Or do you want to get into the poll question or the poll results?
Let's go ahead and let's take that quiz.
Let's take this quiz.
It is on the second season. So
all right.
Let's go ahead.
I like it.
And do that.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read the question and the choices out loud, the choices that are allowed.
Yes, the choice.
And and then Lex, you tell me what you believe the answer is, and then I will go ahead and select it. We'll continue on. Okay? Are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Again, this is Attack on Titan Season 2 trivia, courtesy of Pokemaster LJ. So thank you. All right, here we go. So first question, Lexi, is when Hanji is looking at the Titan in the wall, who grabs her shoulder and tells her to keep it out of the light? Do you need the choices?
Yes.
Okay, so first choice is Captain Levi. Second choice, Moblet. Third choice, Pastor Nick. Fourth choice is Irvin Smith.
Okay, so my gut immediately went with Moblet because he's kind of Hanji's babysitter.
Okay.
But I do remember obviously Irvin and Levi were in that scene.
Yeah. Again, the question is when Hanji is looking at the Titan in the wall, who grabs her shoulder and tells her to keep it out of the light?
Looking at the Titan in the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
So understand the question before you think about the answer.
Got it. Okay. I was thinking about a different scene.
So when Hanji is looking at the Titan in the wall, who grabs her shoulder and tells her to keep it out of the light?
So it's Pastor Nick then.
Pastor Nick?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Final answer is Pastor Nick.
All right. That would be correct.
Yes.
All right. Okay, Kyron, let me know. I know you're taking the quiz right now. Do you want me to go ahead and you're probably way ahead of us, but I have to say correct or not because that way for anybody listening and stuff, So I didn't want to spoil it for you, my friend, but we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna do it
Second
anyway.
question. Why were Sasha, Connie, Reina, and Bertold kept in a remote location during the capturing of the female Titan? Is that because they were suspected of being allies of the female Titan? Is that because they won a resort getaway at a military outpost in Walmaria? Is that to train more as they weren't prepared enough to join a regiment yet? Or they were to be used as backup if something went wrong?
Say the question again.
Okay, so why were Sasha, Connie, Reina, and Bertold kept in a remote location during the capturing of the female Titan?
Okay.
Is that again because first option, they were suspected of being allies of the female Titan. Second option, they won a resort getaway at a military outpost in Walmaria. Or to train more as they weren't prepared enough to join a regiment yet. Or they were to be used as backup if something went wrong.
I'm going to say, I'm going to agree with Kyron and say they were suspected.
Okay.
Or maybe not suspected, but it was like a just in case.
So the answer one, right?
Yes.
Okay. They were suspected of being allies of the female Titan.
Yes.
Okay. That is correct.
Hey.
All right. So next
Kyron,
one.
you're my phone a friend.
Here we go. Who does the Beast Titan take the ODM gear from? Is that from Rhina, from Nanaba, from Gelger, or from Mike?
From Mike. R.I.P. Mike.
R.I.P. Mike. All right.
Or Mike.
You seem confident in that one, and that one is correct.
Yes, it's definitely Mike.
All right. Kyron says, question 4 is a troll.
All right.
Here we go. So, why does Sasha take the blonde-haired girl when she comes to her hometown? Is that because she was causing a ruckus in the middle of the town? Is that because she was a Titan and she was bringing her for research? Or is that because they were recruiting more soldiers and she had skill? Or is that because her mother was being eaten by a Titan?
Her mother was being eaten by Connie's dad.
Yes, that was such a strange detail, right?
Yeah.
That is Connie's dad. All right. So, yes,
Such
that
a
is
disturbing scene.
correct.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got 6 minutes
It started
left.
off so like...
I don't think we're going to do this in a time.
So hard, but
we'll see if we can go past the time. But here we go.
Mm-hmm.
What does the malnourished Titan on top of Connie's house say when he goes to leave? Is
welcome
it,
home.
Welcome home? Is it? Do you want to hear the other options or no?
No.
Okay.
I'm confident.
All right,
Welcome home.
'cause one of them was kind of like a huge troll one. But here we go.
Like, what's
welcome
up?
home.
What's up, yo?
It was these nuts.
These nuts.
All right, so that is correct. All right. What does Ymir find at Utgard Castle, and why does Rhina become suspicious of this? Is it because she found a canned herring? Rhina realized she could read the foreign language on the can? Is that because she found a free trial of Xbox Live and Rhina was just getting salty that he didn't get it?
Yeah.
Or is that because she found a can of herring? Rhina had never heard of herring before and wondered why she knew of it? Or is that because she found a note and Rhina realized that she could read the foreign language on the paper?
It was that she could read the foreign language on the can of herring.
Oh, okay. Here we go. First option. I like that. And that is correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who transforms into a Titan at the Utgard Castle?
Ymir. Turned into the jaw.
Okay. And that would be correct. All right.
Kyron goes, fish!
Yeah, fish. Here we go. What is Krista's real name? Is it...
Historia Rice.
Historia. Okay, because it's funny. You got the options where is it history? Is it Historia or is it diarrhea?
Diarrhea!
It is Historia. That's correct. All right. Whose split personality causes them to waste 4 years of being undercover? Now, this is tricky because there is one correct answer, but however, they're going to trick you with the 4 different types of answers. So is it Warrior Rhina?
Oh.
Is it Depressed Rhina? Is it Soldier Rhina? Or is it I have so many personalities I can't even count Rhina?
Whoa. What? There's a right answer to this?
Yeah.
Well, because it says
I think this is in reference.
Were revealed of being undercover.
Yeah, so I think this is in reference to...
the undercover Rhina is the Warrior Rhina.
Okay.
So
you're going to go with Warrior Rhina?
I'm going to go with
Whose split personality causes them to waste 4 years of being undercover? You're thinking Warrior Rhina is the Rhina that caused them to waste 4 years.
Because Soldier Rhina was not undercover. Warrior Rhina was undercover.
Okay.
So I'm going to say Warrior Rhina.
Okay. Well, Kyron's saying otherwise. You want to think about that?
Reindeer.
You want to think about it?
Read the question one more time.
Okay, so whose split personality causes them to waste 4 years of being undercover?
To waste 4 years of being undercover.
Warrior, Depressed, Soldier, or there's just so many personalities I can't even count, Rhina.
I'm just going to say Warrior Rhina.
Warrior? That'd be wrong. Kyron would be right. It is Soldier Rhina. Okay, so maybe that's the one you get wrong.
Interesting. What?
All right.
Okay.
At exactly 11:31 in episode 7, Close Combat, what position is Aaron's middle finger in relation to the X-axis?
What?
Is it 201 millimeters, 69 millimeters, 24.536274403 millimeters, or 420 millimeters?
I'm going to say the third one because there's so many numbers.
Okay. That is correct.
Okay. I was like, that one's too specific to be wrong. This is how I take my tests, by the way. This is how I take my exam.
All right, here we go. In response to Aaron calling Rhina and Bertold psychotic mass murderers, what does Rhina say? Do you want us to regret it? Do you want us to apologize? If screaming will make you feel better, then scream your damn head off. Is it, what do you hope to gain by calling us that? Of course we know that. We don't want to be here, neither do you. Or is it, so what, Aaron? You are the one dealing with the overwhelming lack of information here. For all you know, we could be doing the world a service. Or is it, what are you talking about, Aaron? I've never done something like that. I just hope we can all get promoted later. And, after all that we've been through.
Okay, number 1 sounds the most familiar.
Okay, so number 1?
Yes.
I'm not going to read it again.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Hey.
All right. How old is Ymir roughly? Is it 70 years old, 16 years old, 6D years old, 60, or 22 years old?
I'm going to say the first one. That's
70?
a pure guess. Yeah, 70.
That's correct.
Hey.
All right.
That's a pure guess.
What was Ymir a part of before her resurrection? She worked at McDonald's.
Yeah.
She was a street market that sold jewelry, a cult, or a group who fought titans, similar to the Survey Corps.
A cult.
A cult. That is correct.
That made your mirror.
What does Bertold say as he is in tears while talking to the 104th? I won't give Eren back. We need him for our mission. F you, Mikasa, and your obsession with Eren. I'm tired of this BS. Get a life. Or is it, Reina, protect me? Or, please, someone save us.
Repeat the question one more time.
What does Bertold say as he is in tears while talking to the 104th? Is it, I won't give Eren back. We need him for our mission? Is it, F you, Mikasa, and your obsession with Eren?
It's not that
Is it, Reina, protect me? Or is it, please, someone save us?
I'm stuck between 1 and 3. Oh, Kyron got one of them wrong. Kyron guessed Ymir's age wrong.
Oh. You guys are even now. You guys each have one.
Kyron, what do you think it is?
I don't know.
I'll just go with... It doesn't feel right, but I'm going to go with it. That he needs Eren. Yeah, that they need Eren
we need
for
Eren.
the mission.
So the first option, I won't give Eren back. We need him for our mission.
Yes.
That is wrong. It says, please, someone save us.
Okay.
Okay. So
All
I gotta go redo this quiz again because time expired.
Oh,
and
great.
So now we're gonna go ahead and do this again.
And what question are we on? 6?
I believe we're on 12 right now.
12? Really?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
Dang.
We did a speed run.
Oh, we did.
Speed run real quick of the options again. I'm gonna choose the same ones you selected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that way I could see my grade at the end. So I failed. I got a 8 out of 20.
Trying to find the one that you got wrong again. Oh, this is the one you got wrong. Okay, the Rhino one.
I said warrior Rhino.
Response to calling Rhino. And you also got the last one we did wrong. We need Eren.
Yes, that we need Eren.
So far 2.
I've only missed 2?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I believe you and Kyron both have only missed 2.
Yeah. We've just missed 2 different ones.
Eren calling. Okay, there's that one. 70 you got right. Occult. And this is the one you just did. So we're going into question number 13.
Okay.
Okay. And you said we need Eren. All right, here we go. Ready, Lex?
Yes.
What is Ymir's final decision? Is that stay with Historia?
Nope.
And help fight for the future of humanity?
It should have been.
Should have been.
But no.
Is it side with Reina and Bertold to destroy humanity?
No.
Is it protect Reina and Bertold from getting eaten?
Yes.
Or protect Historia at all costs?
Protect Reina and Bertold from getting eaten.
Okay.
Stupid decision.
I know.
But
that is correct. All right. Who approaches Mikasa and Eren at the end of episode 11? Is it the Beast Titan? Is it the Smiling Titan? Is it the Armored Titan? Or is it Jesus himself?
It is the Smiling Titan.
That's correct. Who dies defending Mikasa and Eren? Is it Armin Arlet? Is it Sanes? Is it Hannes? Or is it Irvin Smith.
It's Hana's, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, that one still
R.I.P. Hana.
tears my heart.
Fresh. It's not fresh at all. It's fresh to us.
Yeah.
But
here we go. It is so fresh to us.
yeah, it's fresh to us, but not to any of you.
All right. What does Eren do upon touching the Smiling Titan? The punch is so powerful, it blows into pieces, and the origin story behind One Punch Man. Is it he transforms into a Titan and eats it? Is it he controls the pure Titans around them? Or is it the punch is ineffective and he gets eaten?
Yeah, that was the end of Attack on Titan. He got eaten. The end. No, he's the coordinator. He's able to control the pure Titans around him.
Correct. All right. What does Hanji hypothesize after visiting Raguko? Obviously, she doesn't visit Raguko, but...
Yeah, but
the Titan is Connie's sister?
No.
That humans can turn into Titans? Or that all Titans have a conscience, or Titans kill for a reason?
That all Titans are humans.
That all Titans are humans?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be the humans can turn into Titans?
Yeah, humans can turn into Titans.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
That one.
And that would be correct.
Yes.
So here we go. What does the person on the Beast Titan say at the end of Season 2? Does he say, "Still not enough"? No. Does he say, "I will initiate the true attack on the Titans right now"? Or does he say, "What's taking them so long"? Or does he say, "Not yet"?
What does Zeke say?
What does the mysterious person on the Beast Titan say at the end of Season 2? Still not enough. I will initiate the true attack on the Titans right now. What's taking them so long? Or, not yet.
I'm going to go with not yet.
Okay. Final answer?
Yes, not yet. Final answer.
It's correct.
Yes.
All right.
None of the other one sounded right.
What do you think of Attack on Titan so far? Wow, spectacular, fantastic, unbeatable masterpiece, peak fiction, quality content, great stuff. The best of the best. Nothing can ever top it. 10 out of 10. Literally crying. Thank you for introducing me to this masterpiece. I will say, I enjoy this show to make you feel like your opinion on the show is validated. It is super awesome and stuff. And when they did the Attack on Titans, and there was this guy named Eren Yeager, and he does cool stuff sometimes.
I'll go with the first one.
Okay.
Amazing fiction.
Okay, well, I don't think this one counts as being wrong, but it says you're wrong. It says that the best one is the best of the best. Nothing can ever top it.
Right. I'm not going to say ever, but let's say that one's correct, because that's an opinion.
Yeah. So then, I think that's it.
All right, so
that is the final. So it says that you got 18 out of 21, but 19 because the last one's like a
19
weird
out
one.
of 21, yeah.
Right. So 19 out of 21.
That's a solid A.
Yeah.
I passed.
So right now it says it's an 86%, but I mean, obviously you got to bump the percentage up.
It's probably actually a 90.
Yeah, there's like math involved, and I don't want to do that right now.
Yeah, something about,
But very cool. Yeah. Good job, Lex.
Hey.
Now, you did miss more than I thought you were going to miss.
I missed 2.
Yeah, that's one more than I thought you were
And one of them I was thinking about like warrior or soldier.
That one's a trick question, but I thought you were going to be able to decipher that one.
No, I didn't really get that one. My brain didn't really decipher it. What was the other one I got wrong? There
was that one, and then that was the we need Eren.
Oh yeah, I said we need Eren instead of the someone.
It was someone please save us.
Save us. Ugh.
All right. Well.
2 valid ones to miss.
Yeah.
Definitely better than that. I'm above average.
That was good. Good job, Lex.
I just go for passing grades.
So that was a pop quiz of trivia for Season 2 of Attack on Titan. And we did that because we completed Season 2 of Attack on Titan. Mm-hmm. So we'll do another pop quiz once we finish Season 3. And maybe I'll take that one next time. Or maybe,
maybe
you can
I'll
go ahead
quiz
and take
you
it.
next time.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. Very cool. So
now we have...
let's continue on. And so now, without further ado, Lexi, I'll let you decide whether you want to do the poll results or the question and the responses.
I'll start off with the poll results. We have 2 polls.
We have 2 of them. All right.
2 special polls, both from Instagram. The first one I'm going to read is the one from 2 weeks ago, which is, which of these choices is the superior anime? So out of these 4 choices, we have Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, or One Piece.
Interesting.
Now, what did you answer?
Well, before I
and
answer
then put in
again,
chat,
for
what did you guys
people,
answer?
for our friends here joining us in chat, if you have not voted in the Instagram poll, go ahead and let us know.
Kyron's
what
letting
you
us
think.
know he voted AOT.
Out of those 4 choices, which is the superior? And again, that's Attack on Titan, that is My Hero Academia, that is Demon Slayer, and One Piece. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna say for me, it's top tier, my favorite, and that's literally the theme of this podcast, and that would be Attack on Titan. Yeah.
Yes, I expected you to say Attack on Titan.
And I like what Kyron says. Attack on Titan is just like too well thought out, and I agree. The detail, literally, the attention to detail in this is insane.
Yeah, it's so good.
Like literally, the details themselves form a loop of just ongoing. Like, it's crazy. Like, you can go ahead and literally, like, a detail can lead to another thing that happened way back early on and stuff, and it's like, you got to admire it. But Lexi, let me ask you, what's your choice?
I voted the same. I voted Attack on Titan. Out of those choices, I pick Attack on Titan.
Okay, so after you go through the results, I want, if we can, just to rank those 4.
Okay.
In our personal eyes.
Okay. So I will do in standard fashion from lowest to most voted, least voted to most voted. We have as least voted, which I'm kind of surprised about, is My Hero Academia with 4%.
Wow. 4%, huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then we have Demon Slayer at 7%.
Okay.
One Piece at 9%.
Okay. Damn, that means Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan at 81%.
Damn.
Which makes sense because it is an Attack on Titan podcast. We are asking that audience,
or specific audience to vote that way.
So I mean, I would be very surprised if Attack on Titan wasn't the top one.
Yeah.
But not for it to be 81%.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah, Kyron said that's really accurate. So I'm guessing, Kyron, that you agree that's how you would rank them in terms of your least to best. So, but Lex, how would you rank them?
So I have never seen One Piece, so I got to throw that one at the bottom.
Okay.
So I would probably go, for me personally, I would probably go the ranking of how it's set up in the poll. I'd go One Piece, Demon Slayer, My Hero, and then Attack on Titan is number 1.
Really?
It's probably how I would rank, honestly. I love Demon Slayer, but for me personally, My Hero, just like at the time when we were binging it, it was
special.
Like we fell in love with the anime. So
just the excitement that you feel for new episodes.
Yeah, I was like too
unreal.
Yeah, so that one's my number 2 in the ranking of these 4.
Okay.
What about you?
So just to clarify again for Lexi, you got One Piece bottom, you got Demon Slayer, you got My Hero, and Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Whereas Kyron has bottom of how it's
he has
voted,
My
right?
Hero, Demon Slayer, One Piece, then Attack on Titan.
Okay. Interesting. Wow, I'm gonna be different. Obviously we all have the same top tier Attack on Titan.
All of our number 1 is Attack on Titan.
Right. My bottom actually is gonna be Demon Slayer.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have One Piece. And then I'm gonna have My Hero Academia.
Okay.
And then obviously Attack on Titan.
I thought One Piece was gonna be number 2 for you.
It's just when it comes to My Hero, like you explained, that feeling that you get.
We just fell in love with that anime.
And I will say with One Piece,
so quickly.
With One Piece, it you have to get there. You have to get to that point. You have to take
time
through,
to love it.
And I gotta admit, I'm sorry, Karen, if that is surprising to my friend, as I'm literally wearing a Sanji shirt.
Yeah.
But one, I like the characters more in My Hero.
Okay.
And it's not by a wide margin, not at all. It was close. The one that isn't close for me is Demon Slayer because for whatever reason, it's just it has its moments where I'm in it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am invested. But then they take like a quick little weird turn where I'm like, whoa, okay, hold on, what's going on here? Why? Or what is going on? And it's just.
But also, you haven't finished season 2.
But
yet.
that it comes down to, like you just said, the excitement that you feel.
Yeah.
And because if I don't feel that excitement, like oh my gosh, I need to go ahead and see Demon Slayer. I need to see the new season. Then it's just, if it's not there, I can't force it.
Yeah, because because we were watching it together and then we stopped after what, like 5 episodes?
Yeah, around
after
there.
the 5th one. Yeah. And then it wasn't until like, oh, I just need to finish it.
Yeah.
Because like people around me wanted to talk about it. And I'm like, oh, I just haven't finished it.
Yeah.
My motivation was to just finish watching it, just to have that completion.
But I will say.
And then it was until like we were getting tattooed and I was getting these 2 tattoos where I was like, I'm going to be here for a while. I might as well, normally that's what I do.
You see where the mindset is though? It's like, I'm going to be doing this for a while, so I might as well just watch it. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to go ahead and see it.
Yeah.
It's different perspectives. But I will say though, with Demon Slayer,
but it was still really good. I'm so happy that I watched it.
They have visually stunning scenes.
Course, yes.
Like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? But then they lose me with like the crazy little cartoony kind of like whatever. Like Tanjiro, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's definitely not.
But Nezuko is
judging by
Nezuko's my girl.
But especially judging by how much we love Attack on Titan, we do like that very serious, more like seriousness, again, like intensity.
When you think about the writing and the characters and stuff like that, and like the character development and just the story and everything, it's like no wonder Attack on Titan is voted as high as it is. Of course, right? Yeah. And it's just again, like it's insane. Kyron mentioned it's just so well thought out. And it is. Not to say that the other ones aren't, but it's just, I feel like Attack on Titan is just multiple steps ahead in terms of like story and everything, right? Whereas with some of the others, it's kind of like, the premise and here's the goal.
Yeah.
You're kind of just marching and, one foot in front of the other.
Make some friends along the way.
Yeah, one foot in front of the other. We're marching to our goal. Whereas with Attack on Titan, they're on a full-on sprint and they have to jump over literally different plots and stuff, like, and
I want to be the best hero of them all.
And even then, it's like you hit a sudden freaking like literally like there's a cliff where you're like
everything that is wrong.
If you keep going forward, you're gonna fall off that cliff. You have to somehow make a U-turn, go back, and then find another way. And it's like the detail is insane. But yeah, that's how I would go ahead and rank them. And yeah, so thank you guys for whoever voted. Anybody else wants to let us know who's joining us, how you would rank those 4? Please let us know. But Lexia, we have another poll, right?
Yes, we do. The other poll from this past week is, which character do you wish was still with us? Still with us here in season 3. Yeah, in season 3, yes. Yeah. So all the ones that have, so sad to say, all the ones that have died up to this point. So what are our choices? Options are Mike, Petra, Hannes, and Marco.
God, all of them are like, can we just get all 4 of those back?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Kyrie, unfortunately, Sasha's not a choice because Sasha's still there in season 3.
She is still alive. The
wording is different here on Instagram because we're limited to caps. But yeah, I don't care. Bring back Sasha.
Yeah, I don't care. Bring her back.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, we'll ask that same question once you get towards end of
once we get that, then we can have a true.
Yeah, but as of now, in this current moment, these are characters that we lost. Early on in season 1 to season 2, and now here we are in season 3. And which one of these characters do we wish was still with us? Interesting. So, Lexi, go and tell us the results.
So, again, least voted to most voted. We have at the bottom, which I am very surprised about. At the very bottom, we have Mike at 16%.
Really? Wow. Yeah. Okay, we can talk about that once we get the other results.
And then 23% Marco.
Okay, wow.
And then 26% Hannes, which puts Petra at the top at 35%.
Damn, it was pretty close.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they were all pretty close, but I'm kind of surprised, but then again, it's like a...
So that goes to show... Oh, Kyron's letting us know he voted Petra. Okay.
Okay.
So that goes to show, too, it's like the mindset in voting, it's not necessarily always who would be the most useful.
Yeah.
Right, because obviously that
sometimes it's not logic. It's like, oh dang, the person that I really felt connected to in the
because in terms of like being logical and who would be the most useful, you would think Mike probably, right? Because I mean, Mike
would have been a great asset.
He is literally second only to Captain Levi.
Yeah.
Right.
It just didn't get showcased.
Yeah, unfortunately, he came across the Beast Titan.
Across the Beast. So
and yeah, so Marco was the third to last, right? Okay.
Or second to last. It
second
goes
to last.
Mike, Marco, Hannes, Petra.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. The second to last.
Third overall, second to last.
Okay. Now, jumping back to Mike, do you think he just was voted as low as he is because of the limited. We just didn't see a whole lot from him.
Yeah, I feel like there wasn't a whole lot for...
Because I feel like he is a character that you can forget about, right? You can forget about him.
I was going to say, I feel like there wasn't a lot for the audience to connect to.
Yeah.
He was just this silent, sniffing dude who was skillful.
Yeah.
But then with, like, Marco and Hannes, and we'll get to Petra. Yeah, with Marco and Hannes, plenty of callbacks, a lot of touching moments, and just, like, overall really likable people.
Yeah, and, I mean, for those two characters, I mean, their deaths were unfortunately lasting in terms of, like, they are in ways motivation for the other characters that are still alive.
Yeah, they like live on in vengeance.
Yeah.
For others. And then we have number 1, Petra.
Okay, let me ask you, why do you think Petra was the most voted?
I feel like she was most voted because she is the most likable. A lot of people really connect with her, for sure. Likability wise, she's like the most, like, not guarantee, but I'm sure that if you asked other just Attack on Titan watchers, like, oh, the Levi Squad, you remember them? They would just remember Petra.
And maybe Odo just for the fact that he was an idiot.
Yeah.
Right.
But, and also like the fact that I'm sure that people want to see possibly what could have happened between Levi and Petra, whatever was going on there. We don't really know. But yeah.
Yeah. And then also to the fact that like just the absolute heartbreaking way that she went out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
she did not
there was a lot of scouts, a lot of.
I mean, also she would have been very, very useful. Yeah, she would have been a great asset too, because again, she is.
I might have remembered this wrong, but in terms of when we are first introduced to the OG Levi Squad, and we get their stats, that I believe she was the most balanced, right?
She had the most assists.
Assists,
from what I could remember.
Okay,
but the next one, Odo had the most kills, but the least assists.
Kyron, it's talking in terms of like, shipping Captain Levi and Petra is like, obviously Petra, she was younger.
Yes, much longer.
Even though Levi's like in his late 30s.
Yeah, but he looks way younger than Odo.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he is in like he's in his 30s. I don't know if it's necessarily in his late 30s.
But he is in his 30s.
But yeah, he might be in his late 30s now.
Yeah, where the anime is at now.
But at that moment, I believe he was probably in his like early 30s.
But yeah, I feel like Petra, we got to see the most from her from a personal aspect, other than maybe Hannes. And yeah, I mean, she still would have been really useful. But yeah. So who did you vote?
Oh man, it's got to be the character I cried for.
Oh yeah, you voted for Hannes. Yeah.
I mean, Hannes is a death where it's like, man, that was just absolute gut wrenching for me, and even just talking about it again when she did a couple episodes ago, like, just feeling those emotions again. It was difficult, and it's just again that feeling of just wanting to see Hannes, and I just wanted him to be able to see the victory, and just. See those little rascals that he seen grow up and have them continue to grow up and stuff, and yeah, that death was tough, and yeah. What about you, Lex?
I actually went with a really logical vote, and I voted for Mike.
For Mike?
Solely because I feel like he's again second only to Levi, very valuable asset, and he could have prevented a lot of maybe these deaths.
Yeah, true.
If we if we had him for that whole the ending of season 2, maybe Hannes wouldn't have died.
That actually correlates with what I wanted to ask you since finding out that you voted for Mike. Now, do you think Mike would still be alive in this current moment?
I think if he had never met the Beast Titan, or if he had somehow escaped the Beast Titan.
Where we are currently in season 4, had he not met the Beast Titan.
Oh, where we are in season 4 now. No, I think he would have died in the big Beast Titan. Like, not the original one, like not the initial how he met when he met the Beast Titan, if he was able to escape that. But I think he would have died in where all these other freaking like
he would have just been turned into a Titan or something. Or do you think he would have been another? Okay, so he probably would have. You think sacrificed himself during?
Yeah, probably. He probably would have gone out really fighting and everything, but
during that little charge when he's going towards the Beast Titan.
I feel like he might have died then.
Yeah, that's true.
And if not, if he had survived until then, definitely would have drank the wine and would be dead now.
The meme is that he would have sniffed the
Oh yeah.
He would have sniffed out the wine.
He would have been the one to be like, this wine has spinal fluid in it. And he would have saved everyone. Yeah. See, we needed Mike alive.
So I guess you're right. The logical might be the correct one.
See, logical Lex came through.
Yeah. Interesting. So
but, maybe
I voted Hannes. Lexi voted for Mike in the logical sense, and Kyron voted for Petra. Interesting.
Wike for the W.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kyron's saying that in terms of like feeling the emotions you can, Kyron says like, bro, that's how I felt for Potato Girl. I was reading the manga when it happened, and I've never been sadder over a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think how much like a book impacts you emotionally.
Yeah, and Kyron also agrees. Mike would have been clutch. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many different moments where I think about if Mike would have been involved, like you said, he would have prevented a lot of deaths from happening. Yeah. You know?
But very cool. A really valuable asset. Yeah. But yeah. So those are the polls, guys. Thank you so much for voting in them, and look out for more polls. Now we have the Q&A from last week.
So read the question, Lex, and for anybody who wants to go ahead and answer here in chat, let us know. But I believe we have a couple responses, right?
Yes, we do. So we asked you guys last week. So we begin season 3, but what was your favorite moment in season 2?
Ooh.
Which is a very loaded question.
Yeah.
So first of all, first response we have is from user SB. It's just what it is, SB.
SB.
So hello, SB. Welcome. They say the death of Hannes kills me every time.
Yeah.
The hopelessness when Eren can't transform to save him with a crying emoji.
Yeah.
And
man,
yeah.
I'm right there with you, SB.
I feel like that's a very, not so much favorite moment, but very much impactful moment for sure. And yeah, it hits the nail right on the head. Says that the hopelessness on Eren's face when he can't transform to save him. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's devastating.
So thank you so much for your response, SB.
Thank you.
And then we have none other than friend of the show, B. Dennis.
All right, friend of the show.
What's up, B. Dennis?
Our usual feedback.
B. Dennis says the coordinate being unleashed.
Ooh.
And maybe Titan Eren fighting smarter and not harder as a close second.
Okay, I like that.
Which are both very valid responses, very valid moments in season 2 that it could be your favorite. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, in season 2.
Do you have a favorite?
I'm trying to think right now.
I have one.
What is yours?
And I believe it's in season 2.
Okay.
Because I feel like this happened in season 2. It had to have happened. You can correct me if I'm wrong, and then I'll have to think about another moment. But my favorite moment was the reveal of the traitors.
Oh, the traitor reveal. Yeah.
I think that moment was
I think
crazy.
that's pretty beginning of season 2. Yeah.
Season 2, and then unless that was like at the end of season 1, but I don't think so.
No, I don't think
at the end of season 1 was the female Titan getting captured.
Yes.
So yeah.
Season 2 is the traitors reveal.
Was the absolute reveal, and just that scene of when Rhinus begins telling
that's a really really good one.
He begins speaking the truth, and then you got a weird moment where it's like you hear it, but then you don't hear it anymore. You hear it happening in the background and stuff, and then
you're like, what?
as soon as
it's all unveiling in front of you.
As soon as Mikasa gets involved is when I get the most hyped. Mikasa's trying to save them or save Eren, but they transform, and then obviously we get that iconic line, of course, as Eren is remembering just the memories and stuff and spending time with these two, realizing that they're traitors, and he says the line. He says, "Damn you, you traitors." And it's such like a moment that hypes me the hell up.
Yes, understandably.
And, borderline brings me like to tears of excitement. And, so I would say that moment is my favorite moment of season 2. So.
Yeah. That's okay. That one might be a close second for me because that's just an overall amazing scene. But I feel like, okay, I'm going to say that my favorite moment of season 2 is actually the scene with my favorite quote of the entire anime.
Interesting. Okay.
Which I talked about when we reviewed this, but it's basically when Eren is like limbless in the forest of giant trees with Ymir and Reina and Bertold after they had been revealed, obviously, and after Eren had lost the fight and been captured. And it's when Eren is obviously feeling all this rage, and he's telling Reina and Bertold, like, basically saying, like, you don't deserve to feel sorry for yourself. Like, we're in the world that we're in the world that you two created. Yep. You're not one of us. You're not even human anymore.
Yeah.
Which I love that quote. I think that quote really like shows
such a like just boom, stabbed right in the heart and stuff with the words and all that, and right there he's cutting deep.
Yes. I really do like that quote. I think that it's kind of like, I feel like it kind of represents almost the epitome of Attack on Titan.
And that it definitely hurt Reina and Bertolt because they were already kind of in a fragile mindset.
Yeah, because they already, were like, as they were talking to them, like, do you think anyone wants to do this? Like, anyone wish for this? Like, we're too far deep. We have to continue our mission.
I do want to say,
I feel like that one's my favorite of season 2.
Awesome. For me, like I said, my favorite moment, now thinking about it, honorable mention, it's Commander Irvin saying, I said advance, God damn you!
I shouldn't mind. That one's a close second. That one, I still to this day have that scene in my watch later on my YouTube playlist because it's just so good.
I have that one. I have the damn you traitors. And I have another moment where we haven't got to yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. There's a lot of those moments in Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
But
there's so many good moments though. But those are the ones that definitely came to mind.
Attack on Titan is just good. My favorite moment of Attack on Titan is the entire thing.
Yeah. It's just any episode, any content. Love it.
Any content of it, the whole thing.
All right. Really cool. Okay. So we ready? Finally get into the story.
Finally get in. Yeah, after an hour, let's get into it now.
Let's do it. All right, because we have some stuff to talk about. We're going to introduce into some stuff. So just a quick little recap. We know that we have a new Levi Squad. The Levi Squad members are who, Lex? Another pop quiz. Who are the Levi Squad members?
The new Levi Squad members are Connie, Sasha, Jean for some reason, Eren, and Mikasa, and Historia. Yeah, that's correct. Did you say Armin too? You said Armin, right? And Armin.
Yeah.
Of course, Armin's there.
Yeah. All right, so we got our new Levi Squad. We see that they are setting up a new base. They're cleaning up their little. They're cleaning up their. Well, yeah,
some
cleaning up.
are doing more than others.
They're making their new little.
Some are
cottage.
Supposed to be resting, but they're not.
They're making a new little cottage their home, and obviously we know that they've done experiments for Eren to go ahead and strengthen him because the idea is that they want to go ahead and plug up the hole over Shiganshina, and unfortunately Eren is not doing well. Yeah, Kyron says Jean has great leadership.
Yeah, well, we've yet to see it at this point.
Yeah.
At this point in the anime, we have yet to see it.
Yeah, he does, but right now he's still in that developmental stage right now.
Yeah. He's still in his character
growing
development.
Up to do. You know? But yeah, I mean, so again, Eren, he's been doing some experiments, but they're not going well. We see that he can't even transform into his full Titan. His scrawny ass keeps showing.
Yeah.
And so
he's not even 10 meters.
Yeah, it's not working out. And we know that whenever they do these experiments, the Levi Squad, obviously led by Captain Levi, and then obviously you have Hanji, the Section Commander Hanji, and her squad, right? They want to make sure that they leave no trace that they have been there, right? So obviously we know that they're kind of like incognito, they're hidden a little bit, but not hidden well enough, because we see as we get to our end of our to be continued in last week's episode, we see that we have some characters that are spying on them, spying on the Levi Squad, spying on the experiments.
Yeah.
And so that was a quick little sneak peek, and then we're gonna maybe learn more about them in this episode. Maybe not. Maybe we'll save that for another episode. But yeah, it's a quick little recap. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the episode. Again, this is season 3, episode 1. This is part 2 of our episode description and breakdown. And that episode is Smoke Signal. So here we go. So as this episode begins, it begins by returning us to the Trost District. We hear Commander Irvin saying, "I see. Another failure then." And then we see that Commander Irvin, he's having a conversation with Captain Levi as they look through notes and books. "Imagine if it had worked. We could have plugged the hole in Shiganshina in less than a day." But then Captain Levi tells Irvin, "What we need is information. It's not like there are books on the subject. That would make things too easy. We do have Krista. No. Historia. Rice.
Rice is what Levi says.
We do have Krista. No. Historia Rice. Maybe she can give us some insight into the nature of the walls." And then Irvin responds, "I did some digging and found a report about her life before the cadets. the illegitimate daughter of Lord Rice. Hers was not a happy childhood. Lord Rice is the key to all this somehow. Why would a mere regional lord know the secrets of the walls? And then we now go to Pastor Nick, who we see he's in his room, and it looks like he's praying to himself. But he's then interrupted by knocking on his door. Eddie joining us said, "Hey, sorry guys, my phone died and I was eating dinner." Welcome back, my friend.
No worries, Eddie. Welcome back.
All right, we're obviously getting into the story here. But yeah, so Pastor Nick, he's interrupted as he hears this knocking on the door, and then we see that the scene fades to black. Interesting. Now, before we can even see who was at the door, we go back to the Levi Squad's cottage, which again is hidden in the forest. We hear Mikasa saying,
"What are you doing? You should still be in bed."
Kind of hypocritical, but
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, it really is. Okay, you shouldn't be the one saying that.
Yeah, because we talked about last week's episode that, I mean, obviously Mikasa sustained injuries, and Armin, as Mikasa rides back to the cottage, she has an axe, right, in one hand, and she has literally like a freaking like bundle of like fire logs.
Logs.
Right. That obviously she was chopping wood, and she's supposed to be in bed healing from her injuries. Right. So again, this is a little hypocritical, but all right. So let's continue on. So we see, of course, she's telling this to Eren. As we see, he's on his feet. And now again, some recap. Eren was in bad condition after his most recent Titan experiment. And we see again, his scrawny ass was sticking out. But then when they try to freaking just pluck him from his Titan body, once his face was visible, he had no face.
Come off with the Titan.
All you see is just like the muscle tissue that was still forming around the right side, whereas the left side exposed was just like skeleton.
It kind of looks like when you cut a tomato in half. Yeah. That was his face.
Yeah. So, but we see now that Eren, he's on his feet, as Eren answers, "I'm all right. I already slept a whole day." And then Eren, he walks into the kitchen where we see Mikasa, Connie, and Historia. They're preparing dinner. "Besides, it's my fault the plan got shelved. So the least I can do is help." And then Mikasa immediately responds,
"No, you tried, didn't you? Don't beat yourself up."
And then we see now that something is bothering Connie as he joins the conversation. "All I care about is getting a chance to bring down the Beast Titan. That hairy bastard took everything from me. I want it dead." And then we see Connie stops peeling a potato because we see him just shaking with a knife in his hand. And then Connie looks at Eren, and Connie snaps out of it. "It's about time to switch lookouts." As we see that Sasha, she's currently on lookout duty. Connie says, "You ready?" And we see now that Connie and Mikasa, they leave to go on lookout. It's now just Eren and Historia in the kitchen, and both have a very melancholic expression on their faces. Historia tells Eren,
"Must be nice. You and the others know what you want, even if it won't be easy to get. But with Ymir gone, I've lost my purpose. I don't even know what I'm fighting for anymore."
And Eren tells her, saving her is something to fight for. And then Historia, she thinks and says,
"Maybe. At the time, I didn't understand what she was doing. I just wanted her to be safe. Since then, I've been thinking. When she left, Ymir chose her own path. I have no right to change that. She doesn't need me to."
And then we see that Eren, he's relieved as he tells Historia, "Finally, about time you started talking again. When we got here, you told us your story, but then you just kept your mouth shut. Stopped smiling too." And then Historia tells Eren,
"Why should I bother? Sorry. But the sweet little Krista you thought you knew? Well, that girl isn't me anymore."
Eren then looks directly in her eyes and says, "Good. I didn't really like her. No one's actually as nice as you pretended to be. It was unnatural and frankly exhausting. We see now to Historia, she just looks down, upset, realizing Erin's true feelings. But Erin continues. Now you're just a normal girl. Stupidly honest, maybe, but still normal enough. Still, you don't have to decide about Ymir yet. There's a part of me that still thinks. And as Erin thinks about the conversation he had with Ymir in the trees while being captured by Ryan and Bertold, Erin abruptly realizes, how did I forget that? And then Erin and Historia are interrupted as Sasha announces from outside.
Hanji and the others are back. We're meeting in the main room.
All right. Okay. And before we get to that meeting, let's go ahead and quickly talk about what's going on here. And we see that Commander Irvin and Captain Levi, they're looking through whatever they can to get any sort of notes and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing that's because of the new hypothesis that they have, right?
Yeah.
And that is
new info.
That, again, the people in Raguko, the Titans, they came from those people, unfortunately.
Yeah, that the people of Rakugo are those
people
Titans.
Of Raguko are those Titans, and that humans turn into Titans. So I think now they're just trying to get as much information as they can, but they can't find anything. And of course, as Captain Levi says, why would there be information? It's not like it's going to be that easy, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, it seems like Commander Irvin, who again pays attention to detail, mm-hmm. right? He said he did some digging.
Yes.
Found a report about Historia's life before the cadets. Interesting, right? Do you think this is information that maybe they had early on, as, you know, kind of like maybe they have like a little portfolio on the cadets coming in? Do you think that maybe they were aware of something, or let's just say probably not? This is all just new information to them.
I don't know. I think that maybe, well, because her name was Krista.
Yeah.
I think that there was information on Historia, but obviously they didn't really look because there was no reason to look for a Historia Rice because they had Krista. Yeah. They just thought that they had Krista.
Yeah.
But I think that it might have been like tucked away knowledge, but maybe knowledge that's not too hard to find because maybe, I mean, it was assumed that Historia's name would never be revealed, but...
Yeah, but here we are.
Yeah.
Right?
Here we are.
And I stand corrected at this moment, as Eddie wants to remind us that in this moment in the story, allegedly, humans turn into Titans.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a theory that they have.
Right now that allegedly humans are the Titans.
Yeah.
All right. And so now we go ahead and we see a quick conversation between Historia and Erin, right? And we see again that both of them, they seem really just down in the dumps. Mm-hmm. They both are obviously in their feelings, and we understand why.
I mean, how
Historia
hard is it? It's very hard not to be when you're when this is your life.
Yeah, and I mean, we get some insight now on Historia and how she's been carrying herself now that she is a member of this Levi squad, and that's pretty much simply that she just has shut herself from everybody.
Yeah, we didn't really get to see what she's like without Ymir.
Yeah, and she's just gone quiet. She hasn't said anything to anybody, and obviously she's been trying to rationalize Ymir's decision, right? Which she says she now understands, right? That's what she says, right? She says that
she can't change it.
She's at the time I didn't understand what she was doing. I wanted her to be safe. Since then, I've been thinking that when she left Ymir, she chose her own path. So she doesn't understand, but she understands that, look, this was her choice. Yeah. Right?
You can't change that. That's her. Yeah. She has, every right to make her own choice, but she's
and unfortunately,
wish that she was still here with her. But
Historia finishes that sentence with, she doesn't need me to, right? In terms of changing that, which in my eyes, is just like kind of her saying that she doesn't need me. Right? Which we know that Historia, I mean, she means a lot to Ymir. And Ymir, she's feeling it too, as at the end of season 2, we see that as she has, was able to go ahead and help retreat with Ryan and Bertold, that Ymir was also there feeling emotions. She was staring up into the sky, and she was like staring and just... we see that she had like tears kind of welling up in her eyes.
Yeah.
So of course it was a difficult choice for her I still believe in that time she obviously didn't know what the right choice was.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
as I tried to rationalize it, I just real quickly, Lex, that she again feels like this is her way of showing gratitude for saving her life because she was a Titan.
Which makes sense. Mm-hmm. But staying with the story, it makes more sense.
It does. Makes way more sense.
But I could see her reasoning. But I think that, I mean, just in the scene, Historia, claiming that, but with Ymir gone, I've lost my purpose. I don't even know what I'm fighting for anymore. Is like, really shows how much they really cared about each other. And that it was mutual, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, we know what Ymir is or has gone through, but we don't know at this point.
Yeah.
And obviously, no one else knows.
And those words from Historia are such strong words.
Yeah. She went from this super bubbly little...
She's lost now.
Angel. Yeah.
She has no motivation. She has no direction. She just knows that she has to be here at the Levi Squad because of how important she is. And even then, she doesn't understand how important she is. Right? Yeah. So she is this shell of herself who just has no idea what she's doing anymore.
But I mean, I guess Eren prefers it because he tells her like, "Good, I didn't like Krista very much."
Yeah,
there's no way that someone is that nice and it's real.
Eren was just being as blunt as he possibly could, and we've seen him just speak the truth.
Yeah,
or at least maybe not the truth, but just speak his feelings.
Yeah,
right.
Just not really afraid to be like, "These are my feelings, and they are valid, and you will accept them."
Yeah.
Okay, sure thing, Eren.
Yeah, and then before we continue on with the story, of course, we know that something that's important where Eren suddenly remembers and realizes something that happened when he was captured by Ryan and Bertolt.
When he was Stubbs.
Yeah.
When he was all nubby and trees.
All right, so now let's go see what this meeting is all about that's happening in the main room. Now we see everyone in the main room, and Captain Levi starts the meeting by asking, "Now what's this all about?" We see Hanji with an unusual, concerned demeanor on her face. She's joined by Moblit and 2 other scouts. Hanji looks at Levi and tells him,
"I'm sorry, Pastor Nick. He was murdered today in the Tross barracks."
And then we flash back to Pastor Nick's room to find his body brutally tortured and beaten to death on the floor. Hanji, she's of course at an absolute loss, seeing and just staring at Pastor Nick's body, until 2 military police officers push her away from the bedroom door and tells her, "Messing with our crime scene, Scout." Can I say that again?
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
I was trying to find what voice I want to do for this guy.
Yeah.
He's a little bit of a rugged.
Yeah.
All right. So, 2 military police officers push her away from the bedroom door and tells her, "Messing with our crime scene, Scout." The other one says,
"Don't get any closer."
And the first one continues, "This isn't your jurisdiction. A simple robbery murder. There have been a string of them lately." And then the garrison, not the garrison, so I'm sorry, that was a typo on my part, but yeah, the MPs, they close the door, no longer allowing Hanji or Moblit to look at the scene of the crime. Now Hanji, she grows worrisome as she tells the MPs,
"I'm not buying it. His nails were torn out."
And then the officer grabs onto Hanji's jacket and gets right in her face. "Which unit are you in?" And then Moblit, however, prevents any further as he grips onto the MP's wrist, squeezes his wrist, forcing him to let go. Moblit stares him right in the eyes as he answers the MP, "Section Commander Hanji, 4th Squad, and I'm XO Moblit Burner." And then the military police officer tells Moblit and Hanji, "You know, when your whole branch is garbage, being high-ranked doesn't make you smell any sweeter. Listen, that man wasn't killed by a Titan. One person killed another. This isn't Scout business." Hanji, realizing, she then tells the MP,
"You're with the 1st Interior Squad."
We then find out that this MP's name is Sanez. Moblit tells Sanez, "Funny, what are the capital's MPs doing down here in Trost?" Sanez tells Moblit, What's so strange about it? And then we see Hanji, she's now thinking hard to herself, theorizing on just what the hell is happening. Somebody has to get the real work done here while you people run around playing soldier. Hanji, she snaps out of this deep thought and now puts on an act.
Yes, you're completely right. I see now that I'm worthless compared to you. Simply being in your presence is an honor. Please, allow me to shake your hand.
Hanji then grabs his hand and she gets closer to Sane's.
All right, you said it was a robbery? Poor Nick. I didn't realize he even had anything that was worth stealing.
Sanes, who's sure of himself, tells Hanji, of course he did. Everybody knows the church makes all his little trinkets out of iron. Hanji, she gasps as she asks,
are you saying Nick was affiliated with the Order of the Walls?
Sanes, now growing suspicious, asks, what are you playing at? Hanji answers,
he was a friend of mine. That's why I rushed down here. Except, I thought he was a craftsman, making chairs or something. I even put that on his application to board here.
Hold on, sorry, I was looking at chat.
It's okay.
Well, you're doing a hell of a job, Lex, I do want to say.
Thank you.
Your Hanji is amazing.
My Hanji comes natural.
Yeah. But let's see.
Sanes orders Hanji.
Okay, can you say that last line again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Hanji answers,
he was a friend of mine. That's why I rushed down here. Except, I thought he was a craftsman, making chairs or something. I even put that on his application to board here.
Sanes orders Hanji, let go. Hanji, she continues as she stares and rubs at Sanes' bruised knuckles.
Still, I suppose this is a reminder that we never really know people as well as we think we do.
Sanes orders again, enough, let go. Hanji, she continues her act as she jumps back innocently.
Of course, sorry.
Now Hanji, she gives a strong salute.
Well then, I wish you luck with the investigation. When you catch the culprit, will you tell them something for me? You may feel that what you did to him was justified, perhaps even righteous. Well, I don't give a single shit what your motivation was. I promise you, I will personally see to it that you are tortured, and the horrors visited upon you will be greater than any my friend suffered. Yes, far greater. Please, pass that along. We'll leave you to it.
That was awesome, Lex.
Thank you.
Hanji and Moblet, they now leave the scene of the crime. And as they walk away, Moblet asks Hanji, the pastor, you think they killed him? Hanji answers,
yes, I do. That man's name was Gel Sanes. The skin on his fist was split open. Nick was tortured by the interior military police and then murdered.
Well, now we go back to the meeting in the main room as Hanji continues.
I figured the church would want to get their hands on Nick when they learned he was cooperating with the scouts. That's why I hid his identity and had him stay in the barracks. I never imagined they would use MPs to kill him. This was my fault. I should have been more careful.
There's a brief moment of silence as Levi, we see he just takes a sip of his tea. Armin then suggests, they tortured him, presumably for information. Did they just want to know what exactly he'd passed on to us? Levi answers, most likely. But these are the interior MPs we're dealing with, so you can bet there's something deeper at work here. Now, how many nails was the good pastor missing? How many? You saw, right? And then Hanji informs Levi,
I only caught a glimpse of him, but all the nail beds I saw were empty.
Levi now explains, people who talk after one. If they don't, ripping off more won't make a difference. I'm impressed. I didn't think highly of Pastor Nick, but whatever his faults, he stuck by his beliefs until the end. We see Hanji, she's still struggling with Pastor Nick's death. As we see her now just shaking, gripping the side of the chair that she's sitting on. Levi continues, which means they have no idea we know about the Rice family. But the government is up to something, and we've got a target on our backs. But now the meeting is interrupted by a scout, Nifa, who is abruptly just entering the room.
Captain Levi, sir! I have a message from Commander Irvin.
Nifa then hands Captain Levi a letter. And as Captain Levi reads the letter, Nifa continues.
I went to tell him about Pastor Nick, but he gave me this and sent me off.
Captain Levi then immediately commands his squad, get your gear now. We're leaving. Make it look like we've never been here. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Whoa. So, Pastor Nick is dead.
Yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Pastor Nick, I guess.
Yeah, female Batman over here and Wobblet.
Yeah, Hanji talking about vengeance.
Yeah, I know. And I love that she's able to go ahead and flip it. Like that, you know? And
actress.
And obviously she's saying that as pass this along, where she knows that this guy, as we see, she's literally holding his hand and she's like rubbing his knuckles,
staring at his knuckles and rubbing them as she's talking about like, if you find the murderer, tell him this for me.
Yeah, like she obviously saying this directly to him, right? Mm-hmm. And now he's, who we see, we're introduced to this military police officer by the name of Sanez, right? Which, why do they have to give him a name similar to Hannes?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. But Sanez is up to no good. And we see that he is the one who most likely, or had a part in murdering Pastor Nick.
Yeah, had some part in the murder.
Kyron's asking us, what other secrets do you think Pastor Nick knew about? That's interesting because
he very much stayed faithful to his beliefs. Like as Levi says, like most people talk after one.
Yeah,
and like if all the nail beds that Hanji saw were empty, then he
didn't say a word.
Yeah, he really kept to his beliefs.
Yeah,
enough to where he was murdered.
And that they just weren't patient at all with it after literally removing all 10. Who knows if they did the toenails too. But I'm sure they just got fed up with it and they're like, you know what, screw this guy.
Yeah,
he's not telling us anything, so let's just kill him.
Kill him. He knows too much anyway.
Yeah, which is too bad. And obviously Pastor Nick is kind of just an interesting character because it's like all we see of Pastor Nick is being very suspicious, knowing a lot but not saying anything, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is like, what the hell did this guy know? But in reference to this situation here, I think what they know is completely centered around Historia.
Yes. Something about that Rice family.
Yeah. And so it's we know that there's going to be no answers because he's dead.
There never is.
Yeah, he's dead.
Titan, but yeah, he's dead. So can't really ask him anything.
But even in part of that, pop quiz for season 2, where he was the character that told Hanji,
keep it out
of the sunlight, because again, he knows too much. How does he know all this? I don't know. But anyways, he suffered a brutal death. Didn't say a word. And, the MPs now they're doing some very sketchy business with who knows who.
Of course they are.
Because we know that for the longest time, MPs have just been the lazy, just people over, inside the walls, right? Over the, referred to as the interior something unit.
The, like the first... what does she say?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but we know that they're pretty much from the interior. But why the hell are they over here in Trost? And Trost is, I believe, over in Wall Rose, which is the second wall. So why are they over here?
Oh, it's before this. Hold on.
And we understand that they're trying to get information from Pastor Nick.
It's right before the yes. I see now. I'm worthless compared to you. Just like, all right. First Interior Squad. That's what it is.
Yeah, okay. First Interior Squad. Can we also applaud Moblet for taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah.
And like
gripping that dude's wrist.
This, piece of shit MP who, again, Son is, who is trying to literally, use his dominance, and like we see literally
standing
is
up
like
straight.
literally standing over
I'm in the
Hanji,
first interior.
standing over Hanji as he grabs onto her jacket collar and brings her in close, right? And then again, Moblit,
trying to intimidate
we know that
her.
he has Hanji's back, for better or worse, right? We know that she puts herself in some tricky situations, but in the end, Moblit's gonna have her back. And we see in this moment, he is just stands up, grabs. I even like the noise that they use, because you could tell the grip.
Yeah, that he really
right?
squeezed that wrist.
Grabs onto that wrist and stuff, and you're just gripping onto it, making him let go.
Not really fearful. Just
and he confidently just says, "You know what? First interior, blah blah
blah blah blah."
Honestly, this guy looks like he could be a vampire. Look like he could be a dragon, because you see he's got like
really sunken.
The really heavy dark bags that are under his eyes. So but. Yeah, so I want to applaud Moblit.
Good job, Moblit. That's some development.
For that moment there. That was awesome. He has Hanji's back, which we're already aware of, but again, it's so nice to see the examples.
Good partnership.
Yeah. But all right, so now in this meeting here, right, obviously Hanji's explaining about what she encountered, what she was able to get a glimpse of, but not able to actually really get a good look at, because those MPs shut that door. They need to keep things as quiet as possible, even though these MPs they're really messy, right? First off, again, just even allowing Hanji to get a glimpse past Nick's body, seeing the details, like he's missing his nails, and
nails.
also
having
the fact that
up
like the guy who literally was probably just beating the shit out of Pastor Nick, you're gonna have him literally in front of the door.
I know, like that's so obvious, and then just like, I was stolen, and then like keep talking like, it was church people, the pastor.
Yeah. He blames it on the fact that, he makes trinkets out of iron.
Out of iron, yeah.
Like, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like Sonus is pretty dumb.
Yeah. And then we know that Hanji, dirty. Hanji is very smart. Yeah. And so she puts on the, the fake little performance here of just playing up to his ego at first, but then also just really kind of just finding in her own way of getting some sort of answers, or at least getting an idea. And again, that's by getting in close. That's by, let me shake your hand.
Or figuring
and going
it out,
in and kind of, seeing his hand, and stuff. And also kind of letting him know that, hey, I'm onto you.
Yeah.
Right. And then, hitting him with the whole kind of like, if you see the person, exactly, as Kyron referred to as female Batman.
Yeah.
And, but here in this meeting,
suffered fate far greater than Pastor Nick.
Yeah,
far greater.
I love it. I love seeing that Hanji. And again, I gotta applaud you as well, Lexi. You did a phenomenal job of voicing Hanji.
I love voicing her. It comes normally. I'm still trying to figure out Historia.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
Historia is she's tricky.
Yeah.
But so awesome job, Lex.
Thank you.
The last part here about this meeting here is that Nifa, who we are introduced to here, who's a part of, I believe we're going to see that she's a part of Hanji's squad. She interrupts his meeting with a letter. And whatever the letter said, it was alarming, because Captain Levi tells the Levi squad and Hanji that we need to leave and we need to make it look like we're never here. Interesting. Let's go see what that's all about. So now the final part here of this episode, of our part 2 episode description, or of our episode breakdown here. We continue the episode where we see a door gets kicked open by what appears to be a soldier. And then we see that the Levi squad's hidden cottage is currently surrounded by many other soldiers. But high up in the forest mountains, we see that the Levi squad, they were able to escape, and they're currently watching this surprise encounter unfold. Connie tells the group, "That was close. What if they had caught us? Would they rip our nails off?" And then Norman wonders as he asks, "How did Commander Irvin know they were headed here?" And then Captain Levi informs, the government's passed down some new orders. There's been a freeze on all scout activity outside the wall. The Levi squad members, they all look up, surprised hearing this news. We're to hand over Aaron and Historia. Then Nifa now informs Levi.
Captain, I didn't have time to tell you, but some MPs came for the commander right after I left him.
We then see a quick flashback of Nifa hiding, watching Niles Dock and his MPs heading for Commander Irvin. Now, if we have forgotten here, let's remember that Niles Dock, he is the MP commander.
Yes.
Right? So, again, he's up to some funny business. We know that there is a history between Niles Dock and Irvin Smith. So, again, we see that flashback of Nifa, right? And then we see a surprised Hanji. She asks,
what? Like he's some kind of criminal?
And Captain Levi tells his squad, they're bringing this fight out into the open. No more working from the shadows. And then Hanji adds,
they're going to protect the walls as secrets at any cost. But why? And what exactly are they after Aaron and... Okay. And what exactly are they after Aaron and Historia for? They don't want them dead. So what are they planning?
Captain Levi answers, who knows? But they want these two and they're not being subtle about it, which makes lingering here dangerous. We'll move Aaron... Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I was like, okay.
Correct.
Yeah, but they're not being subtle about it, which makes lingering here dangerous. We'll move Aaron and Historia to Trost. And then we see, as Captain Levi says, the word Trost and Aaron and Historia all in the same sentence.
Yeah.
We see Hanji and Moblet surprised by Captain Levi's orders, as Moblet asks, we're taking them to the same district where Pastor Nick was just murdered? And then Captain Levi explains, heading toward the interior would be worse. With Trost in a panic, it should be easy to slip in. And if things do go all to hell, we can use these in the city. As Levi, he has his blades visible. We don't know the identity of our enemy yet. I have an idea how we can change that. Hanji, I'll need you to lend me some of your squad. Hanji responds,
no problem.
She then tells her squad,
all right, I'm going after Commander Irvin. Moblet's with me. The rest of you will go with Levi.
And as Hanji prepares to leave, Aaron stops her. Hanji! Here. As Aaron hands her a note. I remembered a conversation between Ymir and Bertolt. I wrote it down for you. It's all there. Hanji tells Aaron.
Thank you. I'll take a look at it later.
We then see Hanji and Moblet. They now take off on horseback. As Levi and his squad and Hanji and Moblet all take off on their new missions, we see again 2 hidden individuals spying on them. A woman says,
rather quick on the move, aren't they?
A man then answers, the kid may be small, but he's disciplined. I'll give him that. The woman now asks,
an acquaintance of yours?
The man flashes his gun and answers, an old one. To be continued. Wow.
Okay.
Ooh, all right. Pretty much we need to know the MP's up to no good.
Dirty.
Again.
Yeah. not the first time that it's happened, but this seems a little bit there's some murder involved rather than just...
Oh yeah, that's SB. Is that SB from the response?
Oh yeah.
SB, was that your response that we had from the question?
Did you do the Spotify Q&A? Thank you so much.
Yeah,
that was you.
Thank you.
But hello.
That.
Oh yeah, that's SB. Yeah, that was
awesome.
you.
SB.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
We really appreciated your feedback.
We appreciate the compliment, and it's tough.
Yeah, Age is in complete agreement with the whole Hannes thing. About
oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Your response, man, like I couldn't agree that Hannes and how that all played out, man, was absolutely just gut wrenching.
Yeah.
And I would suggest obviously go back and to the episode where we covered that, because you're gonna see me just in an absolute mess.
Yeah.
As we talk about it, like I am like shedding. I'm fighting back tears, in that episode. And, it was
understandably so.
It was tough, to go ahead and talk about that episode again. But again, thank you so much for joining us, man. Welcome and thank you for the kind words. It's tricky because, we obviously want to do justice with trying to retell this story. And we appreciate you guys who stick around and listen to it. But we obviously want to be authentic. And as I've already applauded you, Lex, you do a kick-ass Hannes. Kick-ass Hanji.
Yeah.
Hannes was always tough for me to do.
Yeah.
So that's one where I was like, damn, like I'm so sad that Hannes is no longer with us. But like I felt like I didn't do Hannes very well.
It's fine. Some voices are just really hard to find.
But yeah.
I feel like my Sasha changes all the time.
Yeah. For me, Connie, John, they all change all the time and stuff.
I'm like, dang, I can only tweak my voice in so many different ways to make it still sound like another woman that's around the same age. That's like...
Yeah. Like for me, I've been trying to work on, Aaron, and I feel like my Aaron's coming together pretty well. But anyways.
Yeah. Your Aaron is solid.
The reason why we're, getting into the whole voice acting thing is because like we obviously aspire to be voice actors, and I think that I don't want to speak for you, but like in a ways that's kind of like a dream job.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right? Yeah, I was just talking about this yesterday with some of my friends. I would talk about like I think that would be
Zach and Momo.
Yeah, I was talking about this yesterday with Brendan.
Really?
Yeah, and he was like, actually, I got offered a voice acting gig when I was living in China, and he was like, and I said no for some reason. He was like, but if I got offered anything else again, I would happily take it.
Yeah.
Because he's like the same. We were like sitting we were hanging out in the car. We were sitting and we were doing what we normally do to you, being like, can you do this impression? Can you do this accent? Can you do this? And he can do pretty much all of them. He's really good at accents.
That's awesome, man.
So yeah.
Well,
next time you see him, you should bring that up.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to bring it up.
But yes, we were just talking about how being a voice actor is again a dream job.
It's a dream job, but obviously too, like for us, like at least for me, I go ahead and I try to take this and what we do here, as like practice, and we want to obviously again just make it feel authentic, and as we retell the stories, we understand that for the most part our listeners here have already watched Attack on Titan, and as we like tell the stories, we want you guys to just visualize it happening. That's the point of this and stuff, because again, the story is amazing. But we appreciate you guys again for the kind words. Eddie also mentioned saying that, thank you, Eddie. It says that we give it 100%, and we definitely do.
Yes.
And then of course,
you definitely do.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, thank you, SP.
So Kyron's saying that again, the voice acting spot on. Thank you. But he says the core 4 still need a name.
I feel like the core 4 was the name.
Yeah, but the core 4 is just kind of like in reference.
But then we had like the core 4, but then it turned into like 5, and then it was and then I called.
You said I called them Attack
the Talkers a couple weeks ago.
Attack the Talkers. No.
Yeah, our fellow Attack the Talkers, but I don't.
And there's like the cliche, like there are Titan Warriors, but it's like no, the Titan Warriors aren't always up to anything good.
Something will come naturally. It will. Something will come organically.
I think too. I think maybe the core 4 currently, if that's what we're calling them at the moment, maybe they need to kind of establish that name.
I know. Like this is like your guys' podcast as much as it is ours. We're just the voice of it. You guys are the
Attack the Talkers.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, thank you, Kyra.
There's a lot of thought that went into that one, huh?
No, it really was not. I kind of just said it one day.
Aren't always up to anything good. Yeah, the Titan Warriors.
Yeah.
Because they're obviously children who are trained to become monsters. But we know that
if you guys have if you guys have an idea for what you guys want to be called, go ahead.
Yeah,
this is your guys' thing as much as it is ours.
Yeah, most definitely. And I hope you guys are aware of that.
We are just some people. I mean, sitting in a room.
Yeah.
Talking about Attack on Titan, which we would still do, but you guys make it all worth it. So.
Yeah, definitely. You guys make just the podcast like 100 times
you make the podcast
better and stuff, and you guys, I hope you guys know that whenever we stream live and we get our friends of the show to join us, it just again it brightens up the day too, because I know that we stream late, but it's like for us to be able to go ahead and chat with with our friends here and talk about Attack on Titan, like, are you kidding me? Like,
yeah, I mean, we talk about it every single episode about how much we appreciate you guys. I'm sure we've said it a million different ways, but thank you guys.
Yeah, but as Lexi also said, we hope that you guys are also aware that you guys are a part of this podcast and stuff, you know, because you guys are always joining us here. And yeah, I mean,
make a wish, Kyron.
For some of us here, like, you know, who are joining us, I mean, it's late. It's literally, it's late, you know, like there's a time difference. And then for you guys to take the time out of your day to just show your support and to join us again, you know, it's like, it's amazing.
Crazy.
But yeah. So I think, Kyron, you guys kind of have to give us some help here and maybe come up with some names. Yeah, because I feel like our minds are already kind of racing a little bit with just trying to zen and do the voices and all that and stuff. And Lexi, your mind was all over the place with like being surprised by a pop quiz.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, after the week that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to just get back and recharge in my room.
All right. Well, I mean, again, for people who aren't aware, who this is your first time watching in this episode, I know it's super late into the episode, but we always do a disclaimer. I haven't done the disclaimer the last 2 episodes, but you guys are aware we always get into spoiler talk. So we're going to get into some quick final thoughts. Talk about this last little part of how this episode ended here. And that is with 2 mysterious figures, right? And let's talk about it. So we're going to get introduced to these characters, right?
Yeah.
And obviously the main one that I'm referring to is the guy who flashed his gun.
Yeah.
Who we see is referencing, you know, that he knows the kid. He knows the runt.
Yeah. That little guy.
Subjects of Ymir. Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah. It's gonna take some time. But also too, it's gonna have to kind of roll off the tongue a little bit too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
But it seems like Levi has an idea too.
Yeah.
With him saying like we don't know the identity of our enemy yet, but I have an idea of how we can change that.
Yeah.
Which I think he has, you know, an idea that, you know, maybe a old.
And who knows?
Like his uncle.
Who knows what was even on that letter?
Yeah.
You know,
true. We don't really.
Whatever it was obviously alarming for Captain Levi too. I would say this is maybe one of the first times that we really see him kind of like
almost flustered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely flustered.
And like a immediate response kind of.
Bingo. Kyron, bingo.
Yes,
this is going to be the Kenny arc.
Yes, it is.
We find out that the collusion and all the corruption is happening because, hey, there's some funny business, and then who's going to be kind of like the focus in the center?
Another impact.
Yeah, the center of that funny business is going to be Kenny the Ripper, in which, again, we're going to find out is going to be a weird partnership where you have like essentially a bounty hunter that's working with the government.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I agree. One of the best chase scenes, definitely.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like one of the best
those are the scenes. Like that specific scene is one of those where it's like you think to yourself, like if there was ever a live action adaptation, how would you be able to execute that?
You need to be able to do something.
How would you be able to execute that? Because, you know, but live action anime is a whole different topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. To reenact that, holy, oh my gosh.
No, we are. With the Kenny
the Ripper live action would be fierce.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If done right.
Yeah. Yeah. If done right, which we know that in terms of live action anime, it's tricky, and we can, I don't want to say almost guarantee that it's not going to be up to standards.
Accurate, but yeah.
I do want to say that maybe I mentioned this before, but there's certain live action anime that I watched before the actual anime, and I was like, oh my god, this is actually pretty good. And then when I watched the anime, I'm like, holy crap, I was so wrong. This is trash. Yeah. And the one that most recently I felt that way with, of course, was Cowboy Bebop. I remember I watched Cowboy Bebop live action on Netflix, going into it with no prior Cowboy Bebop knowledge, and I was like, this is fun. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. Once I finished Cowboy Bebop, I only got 2 episodes in. I was like, damn, I cannot watch this anymore. This is not Cowboy Bebop. Yeah. So, again, just trying to go ahead and recreate that scene in a live action. One of the best scenes, right? The chase scenes over in anime. Like, I feel like you can't.
Yeah, I think that episode is voted pretty high up there.
Yeah. Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. This guy stinks.
Yeah. Which is another reason why, again, Netflix, I don't know what you're doing, man, but we have a live action One Piece happening.
Oh, okay. We'll see how that goes.
Like, you have to go into that just no high expectations, take it for what it is, and just hope that, hey, maybe it's going to be decent. I don't know. But, yeah. Also, any One Piece fans, One Piece released, or not One Piece themselves, but there is a new game that was released recently called One Piece Odyssey, which I have been playing, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's an RPG, which reminds me of kind of like a hint of Kingdom Hearts, but in terms of the gameplay style, it reminds me of like Final Fantasy. So yeah, a lot of fun. But I agree. Kyron says that One Piece adaptation is going to be fecal matter. Yeah. Because I remember seeing something recently where they're saying they're not going to completely stick to the story.
Yeah, which, they never do. So
yeah.
What is the point?
Yeah. Okay. Eddie's saying, I feel like you can make at least 6 AOT since it ain't even that long. 6 is in what? 6 AOT. I feel like you can make it at least 6 AOT.
Yeah, I don't really understand what you're saying there, Eddie. Oh,
movies.
AOT movies.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
so that's
yeah.
the thing. Would you want live action? Would you want a movie?
Because you can't make one movie of the entire thing.
Would you want a series where like there's seasons?
Yeah, I'd rather have like a Game of Thrones-esque season.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it before in the podcast. Like that would be kind of like, I think the best way to go about
ideal.
It would be
with
to
a good
have,
budget.
To have like, I'm going to say HBO because, they are, well, see, our friends of the show here, they all agree that a movie would be better, But the thing with a movie is that I understand where you guys are coming from. The budget, as Kyron mentioned.
And also that camaraderie of going to go see Attack on Titan in movie theaters and hearing everyone's reaction, like that's...
No, that's true.
That's something that you can't really replace. That's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
You're right.
Like watching the You Traders in a movie theater.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're kind of bringing a whole perspective into
yeah. Because that's how I felt with going to watch Avatar. Yeah. Because I saw it the night it got released, and I was like,
thinking about that.
Wow, this is such a different experience.
Okay, so I'm gonna say
watching
this.
At home.
If AOT live action was anything like, for example, like the MCU, where they really took the time and the detail to go ahead and really make it authentic and real, then I am all aboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. We definitely agree with Kyron. Avatar is a beautiful movie. Yes, yes.
Definitely. And
Kyron. It seems like Avatar is going to be on that same track where it's like it's going to have its own, like, just series of movies that it's going to be just an absolute
decent length movie,
visually stunning journey that we're going to be on, and we're just going to like enjoy each of these movies that come out, right? But if an AOT live action is able to implement and just stick to that same recipe, I am on board. But I think for me, it's like I would also be okay with an HBO series, as we see that for anybody who's watching The Last of Us, I feel like there is attention to detail in that.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but if I see live action Attack on Titan connected to Netflix, I am out.
I'm done.
I'm out.
Because a lot of the time these live action adaptations seem really gimmicky, and it seems like just a money grab a lot of the time.
That's the word.
And there's not really any...
That's the word.
And there's not really any like real, like you said, attention to detail in there. There's not... Honestly, at some points it just comes off as really... as disrespectful.
A forced product that they just throw out there. It's like you just said, money grab. It's got the name... Right? Yeah. It's got the huge fandom.
Look, it's a huge following. Everyone's going to watch it, even if it's bad. And even if it's bad, everyone's going to talk about it. So
I agree, Kyron. Right now, I feel like HBO and Last of Us, they're on to some good things. And hopefully
they are popping
that
off
is some good news for the future on any other live action adaptations. understand it all depends on the directors and the powers that be and the people that are involved with the project. But yeah, so
whoa,
we'll see.
Eddie.
Eddie is saying, so I'm actually going to. Wow, he's going to school to be a filmmaker / director, and I would love to.
Hey, if you have us in mind for for any,
I will be an extra. I will be an extra.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah. So again, Eddie is going to school to be a filmmaker / director. I would love to get the rights to be able to implement an AOT into a live action, just like Peter Jackson did with The Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And did a live action AOT, and it's trash. And unfortunately, Isayama was okay with it.
Yeah.
I think maybe with Isayama, it's kind of like he's just. I'm not going to speak for how he felt, but I think, in terms of like seeing a live action adaptation of something that you created is kind of like an honor. So maybe that's what it is. Like, wow, I'm honored. I hope that he wasn't really involved with the product if it was trash. I think I maybe have seen what it looks like. I don't think I've watched the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, so Kyron agrees. I remember seeing a little bit of that, and that movie was hot garbage.
First quarter of it, and I was like, nope. Turning it off. Yeah. Can't do this. It's really not good. SB
agrees. Yeah, Eddie, you would do so much better than the current live action. And also, to keep in mind, Eddie, is that if you did, again, hypothetically get the rights, and now your focus is on creating this live action adaptation, I mean, we all have to be aware that there's always going to be scrutiny.
Yeah.
It's not going to please everybody.
Always.
Everybody's going to have some sort of gripe with a certain detail that maybe wasn't important, but in their eyes with the anime, they love that detail. But it's like you're not gonna be able to go and please everybody. But I mean, how special would that be for Eddie to be able to get the rights to be able to create like AOT content of that magnitude? Are you kidding me? Like, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited for you, Eddie.
First off, just even letting us know that you're going to school to be a filmmaker / director, like even if it's not AOT at all related, man, like just the best of luck to you. And we know that, man, like just as we always at the end of these episodes, we show support, and we obviously talk about your art and your just creative mind that you have, man, because your art just shows, like, again, like we've talked about how it's similar style to
Caesar.
Yeah, to Caesar. Why did I blank out on Caesar's name?
Yeah.
Because I'm like thinking of all these different AOT characters.
We have so many other things.
I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, similar to Caesar.
How long have we been going? Does that mean my brain's getting fried right now?
We've been going for 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours now.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, Eddie, I know that whatever it is that you are aspiring to be, whatever, you're going to go ahead and focus on, man, just the best luck to you. I know that you're going to kick ass. But imagine it to be as good as the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Like, that would be the goal, to become like a trilogy that people still talk to this day. That people like, has like a cult following,
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine being tied to that? Oh my gosh. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, man. Best of luck. We hope that you do well over in filmmaking / directing. And that's amazing, man.
Yeah. Aw.
But definitely keep us in mind if we end up getting the rights.
Don't forget about us when you're big and famous.
You can have us be a couple just soldiers end up dying in the first episode.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Be a couple.
I wouldn't mind being the likeness of a Titan.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being a random soldier. Yeah, wouldn't mind at all.
Put us in the CGI suits that they wear. Right?
Yeah. Put us in the motion capture.
Oh.
Yeah, as Grisha.
Let me audition. And I'll do my best to try to just win that role. But yeah, and I think too that they would work out, because let's say this is 5 to 10 years down the line, right? I feel like I'm gonna look more
mature. Yeah,
more mature. I will. I'll be a little bit more.
Dad-like.
Adult-like, yeah.
Yeah. A little more dad-like.
Yeah, a little bit more
doctor-like.
Yeah. I got to smarten up, though, if I'm going to go and pull off all that.
A doctor.
Yeah. Maybe Alexius Hanji, you got to go ahead and kill that audition.
Maybe the voice, don't know about the acting. But, Yeah, Kyra
Capone.
Yeah. I would have to wear a prosthetic nose. You can't leave Hanji's nose.
Yeah, I see it too.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm more of a Ymir.
Okay, but is that going to work with the time frame we're looking at here?
I was going to say, a time frame, it wouldn't work.
5 to 10 years?
I'm going to be like 30.
Yeah. 5 to 10 years.
But then again, she's like 70, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew. These are some good final thoughts we're having here.
I want to know, though, I want to know, SB, who would you want to play?
Yeah.
SB, tell me, who would you want to play over in live action? Because I know we've talked about this before.
Yeah, if you were a live action AOT character and you could play as one of them, who would you want to be?
That way, too, he even gets us an idea on kind of like what you look like, too.
Yeah. Sasha. Okay.
Really? All right.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, yeah,
Sasha's got some good moments, too. Can you imagine if he like implemented that into live action?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ooh, yeah.
Sasha has some good moments.
Hey, your audition's going to have to be you biting into a potato. And I look like her and I love food.
Eddie, I hope you're taking notes. Eddie.
Your audition's going to have to be you trying to break a potato not in half and giving the smaller half.
This half.
You can have half and it's like a quarter of it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That works out. Okay, SB. That works out.
Yeah. But then also, too, you already know there's going to be that moment.
Yeah, you're going to have to die.
There's going to be that moment.
You're going to have to die.
But that's, you know what? That's going to be your moment, though.
Yeah.
Like, you are going to be affiliated with that.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's special.
Like that is, yeah.
Sasha.
Karen loves Sasha.
Oh, and she's gonna have such good like scenes and lines with Connie too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, so much serotonin there.
Yeah,
and then if I'm Ymir, the Taekwondo duo. And then if I'm Ymir, I just gotta get eaten.
Yeah, but you also too, you're gonna have
to be a ugly Titan.
You're gonna have some good moments too.
I'm gonna have to do some mocap.
You get to be
a jaw Titan.
If I'm Grisha, I get to be Titan too.
Yeah, you do. This hairy-chested Titan.
I get to be this, this big kind of like
this burly
wider
Titan. Yeah,
this wider freaking looking attack Titan.
Definitely giving dad bod in his Titan form, but and then I'm just giving Gremlin.
Eddie, does that mean that for
we're going to do
the Titan work and stuff like that we're going to be in that CGI mocap suit?
Yeah, we're going to do some motion capture.
And we get to go ahead and have our kind of like likeness, obviously, CGI'd into this Titan. Ooh.
That'd be pretty cool.
It's even the idea of that. Dadbot
and the Gremlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good duo. Dadbot and the Gremlin.
Oh man, that means you're gonna have such good scenes too over at Utgard Castle.
At Utgard Castle, climbing up with the theme and everything.
Yeah.
And
oh, God, man. Thinking about like all these different like characters, and if it implemented correctly and right in live action, there's so many iconic moments. Oh man. Can you imagine too? I'm even thinking about like even with me and SB talking about Hannes' death. Oh my gosh. So many moments where they'd be like, I mean, you got to expect tears. You got to expect
and especially
tears.
If it's in a movie theater as a movie.
Yeah.
The experience.
Karen saying, can't wait until y'all see the final part. Oh
yeah,
man.
I can't wait either. I wonder if it's going to be anime original.
Yeah, an anime original ending.
There is a lot of speculation about that since we are getting kind of some sneak peeks into it with the trailers.
Maybe you guys can confirm to me, but Zach told me yesterday that this final part is also getting split into 2 parts.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I did hear about
action. That's a good idea.
Stream. Yeah. Because I did hear about how like the plan basically is to have Attack on Titan.
Kyron is saying it's true. Eddie also, I'm at a loss too. Eddie is saying that 2 parts.
What? 2 parts? I mean, let's never have Attack on Titan end.
But again, I'm not complaining because
I'm not complaining. Yeah.
SB heard that too.
Yeah, that is going to be split into 2 parts. Okay, then maybe it is, which I don't really mind. But I also heard that the plan is to just have animated and have Attack on Titan last from like beginning to end be 13 years.
Oh,
yeah, because of the 13 years.
Can you imagine?
Like, it's perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, because I've been watching it since it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I've watched since the entirety of season 1 was pretty much complete.
Yeah.
Which was when I was 13. So it's been about
part 4.
So it's been about 11 years. No, I probably watched it when I was 12. It's been about 12 years.
Oh, okay. So we're at the finish line right now.
So we're at 12 years. So
then essentially that does make sense where it's like, okay, if we do get now this final season, right, split into 2 parts, then like the 13th year, a year from now, would be the culmination
of the 13 years.
God, you know what?
Obviously perfect because that's how long,
that blew my mind.
Yeah.
But it's so perfect.
Yeah.
The show life
13 years.
Of the anime of Attack on Titan from beginning to the end, from the beginning to the end is 13 years.
Is the same lifespan as a Titan user.
How am I not surprised? Because again, we talked about
always so meticulously planned.
Attention to detail. Wow.
Yeah, that is insane. Yeah.
Yes. Woo! That would make it the greatest anime ever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Like have it a 13-year journey just like a Titan user.
We can't gloss over too what Kyron mentioned, saying that it's annoying, but you got to think about those animators. Like they have lives too. Man.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope that
that's what I was thinking
too. Talked about years from now.
Yeah, same. But I was thinking about that too because Mappa is obviously they were hard at work with Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
Which was great, and they have more seasons to come. But because if you think about like when the final season part 2 was coming out, Mappa was really hard at work.
Yeah.
Like Mappa was real, and they were also doing Jujutsu Kaisen pretty much at the same time.
I think about the main like illustrator, whoever it is, with the heavy freaking eye bags.
They were like purple, like swollen. Yeah, you can tell that they were putting in work.
So it sounds like they're getting some more help here because Eddie mentioned I did hear about animators from other countries getting hired for AOT by Mappa. So
okay, good. Because Mappa was, very impressed by them, but also, dang, they really went through it for Attack on Titan. But all of their hard work really came through. You can really tell how hard they worked because it's a masterpiece. It's really good.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, Lex, you really blew my mind with that.
Yeah, it's supposed to last 13 years.
Also, Eddie's saying they're stretching out with Vinland Saga as well.
True. They're doing, they're doing, I don't know if they just finished season 2 of Vinland Saga.
I think season 2 is out.
Yeah. I don't know if they just, because I don't know if the season 2 is done now or if it's continually coming out. But I know that season 2 is out. I don't know if it's done yet though. I haven't watched Vinland Saga yet. I will definitely watch it. Yeah, calm down, Mappa. Yeah, everyone just wants a piece of Mappa. Mappa's doing they were doing something else too. Was it Spy Family? I don't remember. They were doing another anime too. That's also fairly popular. So.
But also too, like if you are like exploding, right, with work, do you really want to like
take on more?
No, do you really want to like slow down? Because what happens?
True. Yeah,
what happens
have that
if
momentum?
Yeah, because what happens if the Infinity Stones?
For real, they really will.
Like the Infinity Stones are just like the top tier like anime.
Okay, they did Dororo. They did Kakegurui. The God of High School.
A color specific anime or just like a different.
They did Yuri on Ice. They did Banana Fish, Kakegurui, Jujutsu Kaisen, the movie that came out. More Attack on Titan. Yeah, Vinland Saga season 2. Hijame no Ippo. Wow, they did a lot more than I. Okay. Yeah. The Yuri on Ice movie. Yeah. But a lot of the really popular ones are obviously Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dororo, Kakegurui, Chainsaw Man, and The God of High School, Banana Fish, and Yuri on Ice. But the ones that are still currently coming out, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, I think Kakegurui is still coming out. Obviously Attack on Titan is still coming out. And I think Dororo's done. I think that one's done. but I heard that Banana Fish. Oh, maybe. No, I'm wrong. I was confusing Banana Fish with a different anime. But yeah, Mappa is doing work.
They are lined up with work for sure. Wow. Well, gotta applaud Mappa.
You, Mappa. Thank you. We really appreciate all your hard work. You give us some masterpieces.
All right. Well, we talked about Kane the Ripper. We pretty much covered the last little sequence here of how that episode ended, right?
Yes, we did.
We know that now is Doc again. He's going to be annoying. But he gets his at the end.
Yeah, he gets his. Yeah.
He gets his.
You'll not know.
Him and many others. They get theirs. Oh, man. Captain Pixis. It's too bad. It's Commander Pixis, right?
Yeah, Commander Pixis.
Yeah, because he's commander of...
I started watching Vinland Saga this last week, and as a history buff, it's a 10 out of 10. I was able to put together a timeline with historical Viking shows. So it would be Vikings, The Last Kingdom, Vikings Valhalla, and of course ends with Vinland Saga. Wow.
I gotta say, Eddie, much like the same thing we got here with Attack on Titan, it seems like you really do pay attention to detail as well, man.
Yes. Which is why I'm just assuming you're such a big fan of Attack on Titan. I love that detail.
Yeah, I just had to mention that as if, we weren't already aware. But again, this is just another example, man, that you know your stuff. Because I know that in the past, Eddie will just go ahead and chat and talk about like a lot of just certain kind of facts and details and stuff about whatever it is we're talking about, in that moment. So this is just another example, man, that you know your stuff. You pay attention to detail. So. Definitely sounds like a filmmaker.
W. Eddie.
W. Eddie. Definitely sounds like a filmmaker / director.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Then yeah, I trust you to do that live action.
Oh yeah, I definitely have my vote of confidence. As long as I get a role. If not, then sorry, dude. I'm kidding. All right. No, I'm just kidding. Well, but anyways, guys, we appreciate you guys' support. I hope you guys know that. We love you guys. We've talked about it, man. You guys just make this experience just that much more fun. And whenever we're able to talk about AOT live with you guys, it's just, my gosh. Karen just get me a cameo or something. Yeah, just cameo or something. No, he already said you're on Capone.
Yeah.
So you don't need to audition, bro. You got the role.
Yeah, you're there. You got that.
Meanwhile, the rest of us have to still audition.
I know.
All right. But anyways, guys, yeah. We finished off part 2 here of season 3, episode 1. There's going to be a part 3. As again, we've talked about last week that season 3, episode 1 has a lot to talk about. And yeah. So we'll continue on with the story, of course, guys, next week. We hope that you guys continue to join. And we get to talk about some more fun stuff. We get to also talk about other things that, like live action stuff. We also did a fun little pop quiz, which I surprised Lexi with. We have to wait for the end of season 3 to do another pop quiz. Yeah. But you guys know there's going to be, some OVAs along the line. We're going to come up with some more fun stuff, But we know that we enjoy just coming up with random different topics to discuss. But love you guys. So... in the closing, we got to do the usual breakdown here. So make sure you guys follow along over on the Instagram. That is at Attack the Talk Podcast. Follow. We will always update you guys, do the best we can. I know sometimes it's really late notice. We apologize for that. But even then, we're still trying to figure out the schedule and stuff. And again, as I mentioned at the start of this episode, our friend Zach wants to come back. He's just been really busy. And so that's another thing we're going to go ahead and figure out as well, as just the different schedules that we have. As Lexi mentioned, she had a very busy week. She usually has a very busy week.
Yeah.
So again, we apologize if our updates are a little late notice, but we try to get those updates to you guys to let you guys know when we stream, what time, and when the episodes are available, all that good stuff. And make sure you guys, again, follow along on Instagram. And in our profile, there's a link tree where you guys can go ahead and see all the different platforms that we're on. Yeah, all that good stuff, guys. Of course, we want to shout out our friend of the show and our editor. NatePlaysBad.
Thank you, Nate.
Nate goes and he works hard to make sure that the episodes are available for us to go ahead and upload on a weekly basis. And I know that he also is a very busy man, as he has other projects that he edits and all that stuff, and he also has his own channel on Twitch that he streams from time to time. I believe he has a YouTube channel as well, and go show your support, guys. He is at NatePlaysBad. Go support him, man. And Nate, thank you again so much for everything. Zach told me that Nate's going to be in the area fairly soon.
Okay.
So how cool would that be if we were able to get Zach and Nate over on the pod?
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Again, for people who aren't aware, Nate is Zach's brother. So
yeah,
I don't think we've mentioned that detail before.
Yeah.
But yeah, NatePlaysBad is Zach's brother. And yeah, it'd be awesome to go ahead and get both of them on the pod. Yeah, that'd be cool. So again, Zach told me the information, and yeah, man, we got to go and see Nate again. But huge shout out to you, Nate. Go follow along, NatePlaysBad, and thank you again. Of course, we got to talk about some merch, guys. If you guys are looking for some anime merch, we have some ways for you guys to go ahead and browse and maybe find some of the stuff that you guys have been looking for. And that is at AnimeCrunch. You guys can go and find them at their Instagram. That is at AnimeCrunch. That's AnimeCrunch with CRUNCHH. And that is 24 at the end of it. So AnimeCrunch 24. Go ahead and search them up or on Instagram. They will have a link for you guys to go ahead and use, and that link will send you to their store. Go ahead and browse the different items that they have. And damn, my auto power is going to be turning off.
Oh, that's how long you've been going.
Yeah, it's going to be over on this remote. Let me go ahead and get the remote.
Oh.
I don't want to give anxiety and try to get our clothes going.
I know.
Get it closed in the buzzer beater here.
I know.
Sorry about that, guys. My TV that we look at chat on is has been on standby for
too long.
To where it was getting ready to get in sleep mode. But anyways, let's clear the vision here a little bit. That's better. Yeah. But yeah, back to the merch, guys. AnimeCrunch. You know, it's over on Instagram. Also, go to our link tree. We have a link for you guys to use for Fandomion, and we have a promo code for you guys to use to get 10% off of your purchases. And that code, of course, is LEX, LEX. Fandomion has a ton of different stuff, as well as AnimeCrunch. But the difference is Fandomion has stuff that goes beyond anime.
Yeah.
So search. If you guys are looking to go ahead and again, you know, you guys are looking to get some anime stuff or even some other stuff, I'm sure there's some Last of Us merch and all that.
Yeah, there probably is.
We probably have a ton of it. You know, we want to make sure that we have at least a way for you guys to go ahead and browse. And that is, of course, at Fandomion and also at AnimeCrunch. So check that out, guys. Also, let's get into, of course, our shout outs for our very artistic friends. And I'm not going to forget the name, of course. I'm talking about Caesar. How can I forget Caesar? I have your work literally all over this room here. Like, Caesar, huge shout out to you, man. We have a link in our link tree, guys, for anybody who wants to go and see Caesar's work. The link will take you to his Etsy store. You click that link, you'll be able to see the assorted art that he has available for purchase. Anything you like, of course, go ahead and show your support by purchasing that art. And if you just want to go and see what he's got available and just see what he's been up to and what he's been creating, go to his Instagram. And that is at ArtofCesar, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is ArtofCesar, and that is art_of_Caesar_. There's 3 underscores, guys. So ArtofCesar. Go search it up on Instagram so you guys can see what Caesar's been up to. And of course, our other artistic friends we have is the one who, friend of the show, has joined us today, our aspiring filmmaker / director. That is Eddie Hinston himself. Huge shout out to you, Eddie. Yeah, check out, guys, his Instagram. And again, we talked about how artistic he is. Go check it out. It's at Art Dewan. I believe he's also making content as well over on his YouTube. So check that out as well, guys. Hit that is available at his name, Eddie Hinston. So to find his YouTube content, check that out. Or you guys can go and look at his art at Art Dewan on Instagram. Another friend that we have is a friend of the show, Marco, right? Marco, so Lexi, we're going to go ahead and tell our friends here where you can find Marco's art.
Yeah, you can go ahead and find him on Instagram at MARC0MAMONE. It's just his name, Marco Mamone. Go ahead and check him out. Yeah, really great artist. really, really skillful. He's doing he's been recently doing some Berserk art, which is I want to say is his favorite anime. I think JoJo might be a close second.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good. You guys should check it out.
Yeah. So huge shout out to our art friends. And we want to say a huge shout out to all of you who tune in, who support us. It means a lot to us. And yeah, so of course, make sure you guys stay tuned for future Spotify Q&As. You guys know we appreciate your feedback. We appreciate the responses. Huge shout out to UB Dennis. Seems like every week you'll go ahead and you give us an awesome response, and we love to go ahead and dive into it and read it. So keep an eye on that, guys. Also, keep an eye on the future poll questions that we have available. As again, we love to go ahead and dive into the different results that we get. It's really cool.
Your guys' feedback.
Yeah, it's cool seeing the kind of like different perspectives or point of view on whatever the question is that we ask. And of course, we go ahead and we get into the details and all that. We try to. But yeah, so keep an eye on that good stuff. And of course, you guys can go ahead and get the poll also on our Instagram. That's where we get majority of our feedback. So you guys know that your feedback is very much needed and very much appreciated.
Yes.
So it's a lot of fun for us to go ahead and get that feedback. And we appreciate you guys. So shout out to the loyal listeners. Shout out to the core 4, where that's
whatever you guys are called. Shout out to you guys.
We'll go ahead and we'll get the name going in due time. But yeah, again, shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much. And then we'll of course end it with this. Just be positive people, you know? Just try to show love and positivity. Of course, stay safe, guys. Thank you so much, Eddie, as Eddie tells us to have a great week. I'm sure he's telling all of us to go ahead and have a great week. Hope that you guys have a great week. Hope that we see you guys here with us again next week. And we're going to continue on with this awesome story. So huge shout out to you guys again. We love you guys so much. What do we say, Lex? That we hate?
And we love love.
We love love.
Thank you.
It's as simple as that,
Appreciate
guys.
you too, guys.
So again, guys, this is AJ. I'm signing off, saying I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. And I'll leave it to you, Lex.
Yeah, guys, take care. Have a great weekend. And yeah, we love you. Hope to see you guys next week, just as AJ said.
Alrighty. Bye, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.